next time by. How are you going to get down?
Well, you just don't turn your turn signal on and tell everybody else what your intention is going to be. You're going to have...
Oh my God, it's doing it again. Why? Why? Just why?
Have to have some great communication with your spotter on top of the roof here on the grandstand side of things on the front stretch. Then you're going to have to maybe get a little bit of help and let somebody... They let you down towards the bottom of the racetrack. If not, you can be stuck and hung up out there and miss your window to come to pit lane with the group that you're planning to pit with.
Right now, they are knotted up together. B.J. McLeod currently leading here at Talladega on lap number 36.
What should we do with the broke propeller? What should we do with the broke propeller? Don't look at me, I wasn't driving. Thank you, you're not helping. I don't even know why you bought this boat. You told me that you love this boat. That was before you wrecked the boat. Well, now you've made it awkward.
Accidents don't just happen in sea shanties, so Progressive Boat Insurance has you covered. Take as little as 4 minutes to see what you can save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms and not available for all boats or in all situations.
Hi, I'm Kyle Petty.
Hi, I'm Kyle Petty.
Addicted Junction provides fun, adaptive, and life-changing experiences for kids with all levels of abilities, serious illnesses, and chronic medical conditions. But did you know that camp is free for the children and families we serve? Your support helps every camper build a foundation to live their best life. Make your gift today at victoryjunction.org/donate and feel your heart race.
We may be on the brink of green flag pit stops. If it happens, we're going to cover it for you next. B.J. McLeod continuing to show the way, along with Martin Truex Jr. and Chase Briscoe. They just continue to swap the lead from Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Keep up with all of the action during the 2024 NASCAR season with NASCAR Today.
William Byron has won the Daytona 500.
Every weekday throughout the season, we'll bring you the latest news and insights.
At that point, I really had in my mind, okay, we can really win this.
As we count down the days to championship weekend in Phoenix.
It's surreal still. I can't believe I'm in this position. I'm Chase Elliott. Listen to NASCAR Today every weekday right here on the Motor Racing Network.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500.
Jeff Gordon's rise to one.
Oh my fuck. This is so bad. This is so bad. I don't know why the connection's so fucking bad. Usually it's not this bad. I'm serious, it's not. This is like the one weekend that's just decided to become like absolute. Holy shit! We haven't even gone 5 minutes. We haven't even gone 5 minutes into the stream yet, and it's already being detected again for copyright. YouTube is on their shit today. Holy fuck. You know what? Fuck them. I don't care. I'm gonna keep streaming. I don't care. Fuck them.
Martin Truex Jr.
If this shit gets taken down, it gets taken down. I don't care. I would rather have y'all fucking watch it than me get fucking I don't care.
Third lane, up front, side by side for the lead. Keep an eye on B.J. McLeod. He is going to come to pit road. He was at the front of the field. Boy, that's a tough way to do it all by yourself, but that's what...
To anybody else that's also streaming the event, please go ahead and hide them from this channel. I don't know if y'all have the ability to do that. Yeah, I don't know. But just, again, guys, like, make sure and subscribe, or else, you know... Something like this might have to happen again. I may have to end it again. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead and report the other guys. Spam them for copyright. You know, just spam reports on them. Trust me, it'll help a lot. It'll help me out a lot. That way they can fucking learn and not fuck with me, because I'm actually doing the shit right. I mean, I got a logo being covered here. Got a logo being covered over there. There's nothing that you can prove besides this footage that I'm doing copyright. Like, I'm not. Come on. I know how YouTube rules works. I've been doing this shit for 4 years.
You're there, and a new player up top. Here comes Chase Elliott. Ryan Preece pushing Chase to the lead. Move Elliott to the top spot. Preece is out there with them, bottom side of things. Once again, here comes Noah Gragson down there on the bottom side. As Preece slides down, grabs his teammate off 4.
Here they come. Will anybody bail off the racetrack? Indeed they will. Two drivers are going to slow down and come to pit lane as B.J. McLeod comes back up to speed. Looks like Justin Haley and Chase Briscoe, the two Indiana natives, are going to come to pit road by themselves while the rest of the field continues to circle, Todd.
These were the two guys that led for a lot of the beginning of the run. You don't make as good fuel mileage out there, probably closer to their window, had to come to get fuel.
All right, they come by themselves, but they're in front of Steve Post.
Yes, indeed. There goes Chase Briscoe back out, and Justin Haley. They go back out in tandem now. They need to get teamed back up to see if they can maintain some good pace. But, boy, that did get everyone's attention. I think there's been a pretty good sentiment that they're all trying to get to the bottom lane. Problem is, at 3 wide, it's just not going to work. So Briscoe and Justin Haley got their pit stops done there.
Here comes about, 6 more or 7 more cars are going to stand on the brakes, peel off the racetrack, and come to pit road, including Daniel Suarez. He's one of those drivers. Looks like Corey LaJoie is going to make a stop.
And it's going to be a gas and go, but his teammate, Zane Smith, actually missed his box, so he had to go all the way down pit road. He will not stop this time when he intended to. Steve Post.
Daniel Suarez is in. Going to be about 5 seconds of fuel in the Cookie's car. Suarez down and away, Paul.
Daniel Hemmer coming in for a gas-only stop. Same thing for Cody Ware and for Austin Dillon. Sunoco fuel only.
And we'll see what happens now. The field is coming off the banking in turn number 4.
Oh,
You
shit,
know
Hamilton.
These drivers need to get to pit road. They need to get to pit road in a hurry because the fuel cells are beginning to run dry. Here comes 5, 6 cars more. One of them is that Denny Hamlin, who may have just collected a car on entrance into pit road. It is indeed Denny Hamlin. He has spun his car around in front of Kim Kuhn.
And he got it righted, but it's going to be a longer stop for Denny because they'll have to change tires after that issue. Martin Truex Jr. also a little bit of an issue. He was on the outside lane. There were cars coming down, blocking him from turning into his pit box. He had to slow way down before he could make a stop. Denny Hamlin just now finishing up his pit service, so he's going to have to hightail it to make up and get back with the pack. Steve Post.
Fuel only the call for Ty Gibbs. Another one of the Toyota champion, John Hunter Nemechek. Fuel only here on lap number 43. Paul?
No book takers here in the middle of pit road in that last bunch of pit stops, guys.
We had Daniel Suarez get busted for speeding on the pit lane, and here comes a whole pack of cars on the pit road. Kim Kuhn.
And it is a Chevy Brigade on my end. We've got Kyle Busch with a gas and go, as well as William Byron getting a couple of seconds of fuel. The oddball Ford, Harrison Burton on my end of pit road as well. Steve Post.
And there are some Fords down here. Michael McDowell, the very first pit box. He's in. Alex Bowman is in. There goes Austin Cindric back out. There goes Bubba Wallace back out. It's a land rush getting back out into the speedway, Paul Small.
And in the middle of pit road, Ryan Blaney finally making a pit stop along with Christopher Bell.
It is indeed a land rush hour, call it what you want. Trying to get on and off of pit road is hard, and here comes some more. We'll recap what happened with Denny Hamlin here in just a moment and where he cycles around. Here comes a whole bunch of cars, including Joey Logano, Kim.
He's got the first box upon entry. They're going to put the gas can in, get a couple of seconds fuel. He is down and away, finishing up service. Steve Post.
Brad Keselowski brings his Ford in. He is in tandem with Eric Jones. So the manufacturer thing for the Toyotas and Ford is all convoluted up. We've got dogs and cats sleeping with each other, Fords and Toyotas pitting with each other as that girl goes down and away. Paul Small, how about in front of you?
Tyler Reddick almost had contact with Josh Berry when they were coming off pit road. Sunoco fuel only. Berry pulling right across the front of Reddick, exiting his pit stall.
So the opening round of pit stops have been completed by everybody who has taken the time to come in. Chase Briscoe was on pit road to start this wave of stops. Steve Post, here's Chase Briscoe back in.
And I'm not exactly sure why they're pitting again. This time it is going to be tires on the right side, Sunoco Racing Fuel. So we'll go down and check in with Richard Boswell and see what the call was here as they go 4 tires, chassis adjustment, Sunoco Racing Fuel on the Mahindra car.
Now we are up to 22 lead changes in 45 laps. We believe that everybody, in a quick look, shows us that Everybody has indeed come to pit road. There will be another driver returning to pit road, though. Busted for speeding too fast on pit road, Joey Logano.
So he's going to have to make a pass-through penalty, and that will hurt him and his opportunity to maintain speed in the draft. Kyle Larson, let's remind you, is still a lap down after having to make a pass-through penalty after the green flag flew. Zane Smith also a lap down after missing his pit box and having to come back in.
Actually, Kyle Larson, I believe, is leading the leader. The Kendrick Brigade there has got himself tail end of the lead lap. Simon Scoren hadn't caught up with that yet, but Chase Elliott, the leader, right behind Kyle Larson, pushing him along.
And right now, Zane Smith also 1 lap down. So right now we are scoring. Zane Smith as a lap down. Kim Kuhn, Joey Logano is going to make a pass through too fast on pit road. This is a big blow to Joey.
Absolutely, Joey Logano speeding. He's making his pass through. You hear the Ford Mustang storm by, but man, disaster for Zane Smith. He was on one of the first groups in that wave of green flag stops. He could not get his car slowed down, like I documented, missed his box, had to go all the way down pit road, came back around, made the stop, and then on that stop, like you mentioned, speeding, busted for speeding. So I have seen Zane Smith come by me 3 times during that cycle.
A series of mistakes you just can't make, whether you're a veteran driver or a young driver like Zane Smith.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. You know what I hate? Disappointing my mom. Moms are impossible. You buy them roses and a week later they're dead and forgot. Oh, the roses, not your mom. What if you could get her a real long stem rose that would last forever? Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com and see my famous roses, lavishly and deeply dipped in 24-karat gold. The only rose guaranteed to last a lifetime. They start at $59, shipped with your own personalized Mother's Day card. Only at IHateStevenSinger.com.
NASCAR Street Race Weekend, presented by McDonald's, is coming back to Chicago. A 4th of July weekend festival with the Black Keys and the Chainsmokers on Saturday, and Lauren Elena and Keith Urban on Sunday. Plus, NASCAR's brightest stars lighting up the streets.
NASCAR is racing in the streets of Chicago.
The Chicago Street Race Weekend, July 6th and 7th. For tickets and experiences, visit NASCARChicago.com.
Still under the green flag, Austin Cindric is the race leader as they come flying by the start-finish line. Chase Elliott is second, Harrison Burton is third, William Byron is fourth, and Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 5. Next time by, there'll be 10 laps to go in stage number 1. From Talladega Superspeedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow on his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. For the most part, the entire field, after a round of green flag stops, is bunching back up right together. The race leader is Austin Cindric. Kyle Larson is right there side by side with the leader. However, Larson just trying to stay on by a bumper the tail end of the lead lap. We'll get you back out there on the racetrack in just a moment. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. Motor Racing Network is live at Talladega Superspeedway, the NASCAR Cup Series racing, the Geico 500. My name is Alex Hayden. Alongside is Jeff Striegel and championship-winning crew chief Todd Gordon. Out in the turns, Dave Moody, Mike Bagley, and Jason Toy. And up and down the pit lane are Steve Post, Paul Small, and Kim Kuhn.
We've had 24 different lead changes, and that's just at the start-finish line. Chase Elliott and Austin Cindric right now are running side by side for the lead. Lead lap leaders, well, Martin Truex Jr. has led 16 laps. Daniel Hemrick has led 7, and Austin Cindric has led 6. If you are just joining us, it has been a spectacular start to the Geico 500. Now 53 laps complete, and while we have a moment, Alex, why don't we tell everybody where their favorite driver is running, presented by Hands Free. Skechers slip-ins, no bending down, no touching your shoes. Just step in and go with hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Race leader at the line last time by was Chase Elliott. That will change this time by as they flash by the start-finish line. It's going to be, it's going to be Austin Cindric at the front of the field. Harrison Burton will now be second. Chase Elliott will be third. William Byron fourth, and Ryan Blaney fifth. Kyle Busch is sixth. Brad Keselowski seventh. Christopher Bell is eighth. Tyler Reddick ninth, and Bubba Wallace is 10th.
Alex Bowman is 11th. Josh Berry 12th. Ross Chastain at the moment 13th in front of Eric Jones. Cody Ware right now is 15th. Noah Gregson, Daniel Hemrick, Carson Hocevar, 18th. Top.
By the way, again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure and like up the stream. That way we can get more people recommended this stream. Besides that, again, if you are new here, make sure and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on these streams. So, yeah.
And there's something worth
Thank you, guys.
Kyle Larson's car. Essentially, if you think about him 2x2 in this draft, Larson is
Like
the
the
car,
stream.
if you will, inside of the front row. He is trying to get his lap back. Every now and then, he'll get a fender out in front and be on the tail end of the lead lap. It's important for a couple of reasons. If the caution flag comes out immediately, well, if he's out in front of the race leader by a bumper, he'll be scored as the lead lap car. The free pass then would drop back to the next car one lap down, which would be Chase Briscoe. However, the caution comes out and Larson is behind the front bumper of Austin Cindric, then Larson would be the beneficiary of a free pass to get his lap back.
Kyle Larson has the benefit of his teammate and Chase Elliott lined up right behind. And then we also have another situation, and that is 3 cars running together, but well behind this lead pack. They include Joey Logano, busted for speeding, BJ McLeod, who pitted early, and Denny Hamlin. Those 3 cars are running right together. Hamlin had been at the front of the field, Kim Kuhn, but it was a mistake getting on to pit road.
Yeah, and on the radio, Denny Hamlin told his team he slid in some water, so we had some really heavy overnight rains, maybe some latent water on that kind of entry area to pit road, but it completely changed the complexion of that pit stop. He had to change tires after that spin when it was just supposed to be a gas and go, so hopefully it goes smoothly the next time on pit lane.
And when he did spin, the right front of that FedEx Toyota XSE made some contact with the John Hunter Nemechek car from Legacy Motor Club on the left side of Nemechek's car. That forced an extended stay on the pit lane for Nemechek, and he has lost the draft as well.
And how about this? Remember just a few moments ago, Todd, we were talking about how they slowed the pace down to 181? Last time by, 193 miles an hour. They're hammered down now looking for the green and white checkered flag.
4 laps to go on the stage. Everybody wants to go get those precious stage points and pushing forward on it. That just shows how much they can back these things up to try to make some mileage. Some really quick pit stops on pit road because of some of the savings they had.
So as they make their way up off of turn number 4, there'll be 3 to go here in stage number 1. Top 10 finishers at the end of each stage will earn points towards the championship, and it's getting down to it now. Austin Cindric on the outside lane is the race leader. He's got a trunk full of another Ford Mustang Dark Horse. That's Harrison Burton with the car of Kyle Larson to the inside.
About time to ring the dinner bell and start handing out those stage points. Everybody's tuning it up at the front of the pack. Austin Cindric has the lead by a nose. The lap machine, well, depending on where you catch him, of Kyle Larson right to his left elbow.
good news for Kyle Larson is he's got a couple of teammates right behind him, Chase Elliott and William Byron there, while Austin Cindric continues to get assistance from Harrison Burton.
Looking further back in the field, third lane trying to form up. Josh Berry will start that just outside the top 10. Up front, Austin Cindric runs that middle lane with Kyle Larson to his left elbow.
2 to go here in stage number 1 as they make their way back off 4 and back through the tri-oval one more time. Again, on the inside is Kyle Larson, who's trying to get a lap back. On the outside, race leader Austin Cindric.
Larson not in it for the win. Kyle Larson, Harrison Burton still holding in that number 2 position. Right behind him as they work down the back stretch is Ryan Blaney.
Later, bearing down on B.J. McLeod. Old slap car. B.J. is going to move to the outside of the racetrack. Kyle Larson gets a shove from Chase Elliott. Kyle Larson gets a lap back to wheel behind him for the lead.
That's Chase Elliott to the bottom side, Austin Cindric to the top side. This is the battle for the top spot as we come to the end of stage number 1. William Byron right behind Chase Elliott on 4.
Side by side for the race lead to wrap up stage number 1. On the inside, Elliott. On the outside, Austin Cindric. They race back to the line side by side. Give the advantage to Cindric over Chase Elliott, and Austin Cindric has won stage number 1. Chase Elliott was right there. The difference, 4 1/1000ths of a second. Now we see the caution flag fly. It's Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, and Kyle Busch. That was your top 5 across the line. Harrison Burton was 6th. Christopher Bell was 7th. Brad Keselowski 8th. Tyler Reddick 9th. Alex Bowman across the line to complete the top 10.
And that look at the top 10 and who scored points in this stage is presented by the Powerball. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, wants to make you a millionaire in Victory Lane. Head to Powerball.com to find out how you can enter the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a Shakespearean actor.
Oh, woe is me. Wherefore have thy claims help when I hadst a fender bender?
Pardon the interruption, but when you file a claim with Geico, your claims team will be in touch right away.
But willst they forget about me later when thou needest updates?
No. They'll always be there to, helpeth you out.
Well, I suppose that I should be known something else, like my lactose intolerance. Why must dairy disagree with me so savagely?
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
From Talladega Superspeedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Inspiring story. Dale Earnhardt Jr. comes back to the Daytona International Speedway. He will win the Pepsi 400.
I'm just a pilot, man. You know, I just want everybody to be happy. I want to do good. And hopefully all of my dad's fans enjoyed this. This for all them.
Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcast Junior's Journey. Jeff Gordon, a colorful career. 50 years of MRN. The 1993 season. The Road to Royalty. And more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
From the infield garages to the race shops, NASCAR Hot Pass is your all-access ticket to the latest news from the sport.
Well, we got them down, now we put our foot on them. Then that's the attitude you gotta have.
I don't think it's a move that can have any success at Martinsville. I still don't know why it worked.
Stay up to date with all of your favorite drivers all year long.
Get to the Final Four is what every driver in NASCAR's goals are.
NASCAR Hot Pass, weekday mornings from the Motor Racing Network.
Back Back here at Talladega Superspeedway, pit road is going to remain closed this time by. Gives us the chance to let you know the Xfinity fastest lap of the race so far has been run by Daniel Hemrick. He turned a lap at 197.228 miles per hour. Xfinity keeps NASCAR fans in the zone with ultra-low lag and connection you can rely on. Stream NASCAR from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because you can only live once. Learn more at Xfinity.com.
Running in a pack of 3 wide racing at 197 miles an hour. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, running the Geico 500. Pit stops will be coming up shortly. Kyle Larson, free pass. He will go back to the lead lap, and that should give us 34 cars on the lead lap. 1 lap down. Chase Briscoe, if you remember, he was on and off pit road twice. Daniel Suarez is a lap down. BJ McLeod, who had been running at the front end of the field,
Engineering green light to drivers left at the opening of pit road has just been illuminated. So if drivers and teams elect to come to pit lane, they can do it this time by without penalty. I don't know, Jeff, what do you think? They were just on a moment ago. Very quick pit stops. I think they need some Sunoco fuel in the tank.
you're asking me. I'm going with 4 tires, Sunoco fuel, and get it ready to run the second stage. Let's find out together. Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, William Byron, here they come. Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, and more. Kim Coon.
And William Byron peels off. His crew's going to go to attention. He will take fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. He said the car is great. Just some conversation with his spotter, Brandon Lyons, on how he can call William into the turns better. Martin Truex Jr. in 4 tires, Sunoco fuel. Noah Gragson, Kyle Busch, Harrison Burton, Ryan Preece, all getting service on this road. Steve Post.
4 tires, Sunoco racing fuel for everybody down here. Bubba Wallace is in getting the service. Here's Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, Eric Jones is in, Alex Bowman is in. The race up from pit road is 3 wide, side by side, or 2 wide. I think Chase Elliott got it over Kyle Busch. Went out in the second spot. Maybe Kyle was an inch ahead. Looked like Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and how about Harrison Burton, the Wood Brothers, comes out in the 5th spot. So these pit stops all going 4 tires, Paul Small.
And Ryan Blaney was told by his crew to stop a little short in his pit box, and that's why he got out of the middle section of pit road first. There's a little bit of a tie-up with Josh Berry and Austin Dillon and Daniel Hemrick. They all had to come in at an angle. They were a little slow exiting the pits.
And Steve Post got it right by an inch. Kyle Busch is going to be the new race leader after everything cycles around when the pit stops.
Hey, I got a question for you. You hate bending over to put on your shoes? Wish you should just put them on standing or sitting without ever having to touch them? If so, then I have the shoe for you. Introducing new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and off you go. You don't even need to lace up. So how do Skechers Slip-ins work? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide right into place. So just step in them and go. Find new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
NASCAR fans, the time is now to turn your love of racing into free tickets, merchandise, VIP experiences, and much, much more. Rack up fan rewards points by watching races at home, playing fantasy, completing challenges, and visiting tracks. Then redeem your points for epic prizes. You are in the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fanrewards.
From Talladega Superspeedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We are are the voice of NASCAR.
The green flag is in the air, and we are underway. The Great American Race.
The Motor Racing Network. NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Craftsman Truck Series Racing live on your hometown radio station and MRN or NASCAR.com. Martinsville, Talladega, the Chicago Street Course. We have the side-by-side action and last lap passes for the win.
Photo finishes Ryan Blaney for a win.
The voice of NASCAR, the Motor Racing Network.
This is Steve Post. If you love sprint cars, you'll love Wing Nation. All the latest sprint car news and interviews from the stars of sprint car racing from around the country. Join Ashley Strumming, Aaron Evernham, and me every Tuesday on Motor Racing Networks and Wing Nation's Facebook pages. We go live with the weekend's winners and newsmakers from around the country. You can also find the podcast of all past shows on YouTube or subscribe to the podcast on any of your favorite podcast providers. Wing Nation, all sprint cars, all the time.
Motor Racing Network's coverage from Talladega Superspeedway is brought to you by Geico. Geico's mobile app has 24/7 claim service and on-the-go policy info. It's easy to Geico.
Here at the Talladega Superspeedway as the field has made their pit stops here for their second trip down the pit lane after a green flag stop a little earlier in the race. We have already made our way into stage number 2 now. 28 official lead changes at the line among 12 different drivers. Austin Cindric and Martin Truex Jr. both have led 16 laps. That's the most by anybody.
And we're going to see a couple of wave-around cars to get back on the lead lap. They include Chase Briscoe, Zane Smith, and Daniel Suarez, as you mentioned, both Postman and Alex Hayden. Kyle Busch, the first one off of pit road. He will lead the field back to the green flag when we do it. Chase Elliott will line up second. Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Harrison Burton top 5. William Byron, Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, Michael McDowell, the pole sitter right now, is running 9th, and Bubba Wallace is 10th. Alex Hayden, anything surprise you at the moment?
Nothing has surprised me. I was going to say because typically at Talladega, we do see the 3 and 4 wide racing. Then it settles down to single file. We didn't have that, but you know, it's Talladega. Nothing surprises me. You got to come in here with an open mind and expect the unexpected.
You know, I like Brad Keselowski's strategy, Todd Gordon. That is a driver that obviously has a ton of confidence. He'll come to pit road one more time, I would imagine, simply to top it off with fuel. He's going to put Sunoco fuel into that Ford Mustang, but he gives up all of that track position knowing that we still have 122 laps to go. He's going to restart at the tail of the field and probably at the moment feels pretty good about it.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 guys there. Joey Logano came with him as well. They're going to be back in the back, and they kind of played the strategy the first stage. Brad Keselowski slid to the back. He was one of the back 3 for most of that run, saving fuel. And this run, he just filled up at lap 65. He's only got to go 55 laps this time. We'll see where they can get to on saving fuel, what that can do to their windows.
As we've just gotten the one-to-go signal, Kim Kuhn, Denny Hamlin, an extended stop on the pit lane.
That's right. Remember, he had that spin under that green flag stop, a little contact with the 42. No visible damage, nothing we could see. Denny wasn't actually even complaining about anything, but the team could see something in their data that indicated something was off with the steering, so they kept him on pit road a little bit longer to fix that alignment, brought him down a second time to top off, and again, look at both the right and left front. So, Todd Gordon, if Denny's not complaining about anything, what is the team seeing in their data that would indicate a problem with the steering?
Well, all of these teams have data that they look at. They call it SMT data, but that's got
insurance coverage from one place. Go to geico.com today to get started.
Green flag goes in the air. It's Kyle Busch on the outside of the front row. He's got a trunk full of Chase Elliott. Downstairs, a couple of Team Penske Ford Mustang dark horses.
Down low, the inside line with those Ford machines. But up top, it is Kyle Busch. He's got a nose advantage up in that outside lane. Wheel to wheel as they come off turn 2. Busch on the outside of Ryan Blaney.
Chevy Ford head-to-head battle for the lead here at Talladega. The Chevy's prevailing with Kyle Busch, but here come the Fords. Ryan Blaney, huge shove from Austin Cindric will go to the lead.
It's a big push there. Harrison Burton right behind them. Those teammates working together. Chevrolet's on the outside, a third lane starting to form up on the high side with Ross Chastain.
Yeah, Ross has got a lot of work to do. He is well outside of the top 15, but he's going to try it, making it 3 wide further back. At the front of the field through the tri-oval, it is Ford Mustangs at the front of the field. 1, 2, 3. Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Harrison Burton.
When somebody mid-pack or worse jumps up to that 3 wide lane and starts to lead a charge, it's even money on being Ross Chastain. He was the first man to the outside right now, but as we said, still some work to do.
And in front of Chastain, here come Austin Dillon. Here comes Shane Van Gisbergen. He'll lead the outside line as they continue to make progress up the outside. Right now, battle for the lane is back on. Kyle Busch draws even with Blaney.
Kyle Busch gets a good run with help from William Byron right behind him. Side by side through the corner. It is Austin Cindric buried all up on the back bumper there of Ryan Blaney. They're nose to nose coming off the corner.
And indeed they are, right at the front of the field, all the way through the pack. As a matter of fact, 2 and 3 wide through the tri-oval yet again. Blaney has aspirations of leading at Talladega again. They come to the line. He's not going to be able to do that. It's Kyle Busch up front.
Busch by about a fender as they enter the banking of turn number 1, but Blaney digging hard back downstairs. Still has drafting help, and here they come out of the penthouse. SVG wants the lead.
Shane Van Gisbergen will power 3 wide around the outside of Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. Here's SVG, fender out in front for a moment. Now he gets more of a shove. Shane Van Gisbergen to the lead at Talladega.
Like a rocket, he slides out in front. He will bring Austin Dillon with him. Austin Dillon, though, bailing out. He'll go to the bottom side of the racetrack, running right through the middle, side by side for the lead with a pair of Chevrolets up floor.
Austin Dillon in the middle. Shane Van Gisbergen to the very outside. Ryan Blaney running right down on the double yellow line, trying to make it 3 wide for the lead, but he can't do it. At the line, it is Austin Dillon, Shane Van Gisbergen side by side.
Allies a lap ago, adversaries now. Austin Dillon pushed Shane Van Gisbergen to the point, immediately bailed out to the middle lane. Hasn't got the job done yet. SVG still up by a nose.
SVG with help from Anthony Alfredo and Beard Motorsports power their way in the outside. The middle lane, you got Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch. Downstairs, you've got Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric as they continue to stack it up.
Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric in that bottom line fell back just a little bit, but get a great run through the middle of turns 3 and 4, trying to even it up. They're battling for second, 3 wide up front. Shane Van Gisbergen.
He's got the Wendy's colors on board his Chevrolet Camaro. He's going to get shuffled out of line. Put the Dude Wipes Chevrolet at the front of the field at Talladega. To the lead, here comes Anthony Alfredo to pull the field to 1.
Alfredo, who was in the hunt for the Xfinity Series win until the very late going yesterday, at the front of the pack now in the NASCAR Cup Series. Anthony Alfredo leads the way off 2.
The field is in the hands of Fast Pasta. That's how he's known. He'll change lanes. He'll pull to the bottom of the racetrack. But that leaves Noah Gragson passage topside. Gragson goes to the lead. John Hunter Nemechek will go to second, and they're side by side for third.
Gregson getting way out in front. He's going to bring John Hunter Nemechek with him. Those front 2 single filed out in front of the side-by-side action with Anthony Alfredo. And here comes Kyle Larson side-by-side.
Kyle Larson, who was a lap down just a few moments ago. Alex Hayden, it did not take Kyle Larson long to crack the top 5.
Not at all. He had the penalty by NASCAR to do a pass-through penalty after the green flag flew. That forced him a lap down. Patience came out. He got at the free pass when we got our first caution for the end of stage number 1. Good pit work, and now all of a sudden, here is Kyle Larson up to the number 3 spot and wanting a little more.
Here they come onto the back straightaway now, watching this 3-wide battle for third. Alfredo on the bottom, Larson in the middle. Corey LaJoy, topside, as now the front 2 will shift to the outside of the racetrack.
Single file through the front 2, 3 wide for that third spot. Down low to Anthony Alfredo, Kyle Larson in the middle, and here comes Corey LaJoy on the top side.
We got to tip the cap to Anthony Alfredo, giving a great run to that Beard Motorsports entry. They don't run often, but when they do, they make a name for themselves, and they're doing that here this afternoon at Talladega. So is John Hunter Nemechek. He leads them back to 1.
John Hunter Nemechek running the extreme outside lane, just a couple of feet off the safer barrier. He's got some challenges at the back door, though. He's got challenges to the left elbow, but for the moment, he'll lead the way off turn 2.
So John Hunter takes the point. He is in the middle of the racetrack, side by side behind him, with Gregson in the middle lane, Corey LaJoy in the top lane. And here comes that third lane brewing down low. It continues to be led by Anthony Alfredo and Austin Dillon.
Anthony Alfredo trying to get them regrouped once again. They went to the front with Austin Dillon. He fell back a couple of spots. Now he's back up there battling just on the back end of the top 5. Up front, John Hunter Nemechek pulls away.
Off turn number 4. What a shuffle we've had here at Talladega. And looks like we're going to do it again this lap by. With Nemechek up front, 3 wide for the number 2 spot. It's Anthony Alfredo, Noah Gregson, and on the outside, here comes a hard-charging Corey LaJoy.
LaJoy letting it ride in that extreme outside lane up there in the penthouse suite, running 3 wide as they trail off turn number 2, battling for that number 2 spot.
John Hunter comes out of turn number 2. Again, he's in the middle lane. Last time through, he threw a block on LaJoy. He's going to stand pat in the middle for now. He'll keep everybody behind him. It's Nemechek in front by himself. 3 wide, 12 rows deep behind him.
Nemechek leads that stampede behind them. Now it's starting to pick up down to the bottom side. Anthony Alfredo getting a nice push from Austin Dillon. He sticks the nose out in front of Noah Gregson, trying to give chase for the top 5.
Here they come again off of turn number 4, back through the tri-oval, running together as one big pack with John Hunter Nemechek out front. He's now led more laps here this afternoon than he has in his entire career at the Cup Series level. But here comes Anthony Alfredo again.
Fast pasta right up onto the back bumper of the leader now. John Hunter Nemechek with Alfredo right there in his trunk. Down low, it's Austin Dillon. In the middle, Noah Gregson. And topside, Corey LaJoy.
3 wide for the third position now as the front 2 break away. The front 2 in Nemechek and Alfredo. They'll run the bottom of the racetrack up the back straightaway, and then that scrum that's lined up right behind them in 3 wide formation.
Things get a little disorganized in the bottom part, trying to get it regrouped once again. Austin Dillon down there on the bottom side in that third position. Car length further back to Ryan Blaney. They're nose to tail with 4s behind him. Up front, John Hunter Nemechek.
With 45 laps to go in stage number 2 at the front of the field at Talladega Super Speedway, this time by yet again, it's John Hunter Nemechek.
Tyler from Wendy's here. The best part of Wendy's new Cinnabon Pull-Apart is every part. Unlike mornings, which have no good parts. Until now. Because with Wendy's new breakfast Cinnabon Pull-Apart, mornings finally don't completely suck. And now that mornings have warm cinnamon sugar rolled dough and ooey gooey frosting, are they the best part of every day? Probably not, but you get the idea. Get to Wendy's today and get the best part in every bite with the new Cinnabon Pull-Apart. Participating U.S. Wendy's Cinnabon is a registered trademark of Cinnabon franchise or SPD LLC.
Hang on, this is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. Trade paint.
We got beauty.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time, and you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Continuing to circle under the green flag, lap number 76 of 188 have been complete. John Hunter Nemechek, Anthony Alfredo, Corey LaJoy, Noah Gregson, and Austin Dillon, your top 5 this lap by. From Talladega Super Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
You crave power, but your ride is holding you back. Feeling the burn of mediocrity instead of the thrill of domination. E3's cutting-edge tech the same spark that fuels NASCAR champions. Also delivers maximum fuel efficiency, so you spend less time at the pump and more time at the track. This is championship performance. This is E3 Spark Plugs. Don't just dream of speed. Make it your reality. Power, speed, endurance. E3. What are you running?
Every hero's story has a humble beginning. Every legend had to earn their stripes. Every superstar had a dream.
It's been a fairy tale season.
Every home track is the start of something special.
That's just good old short track racing.
Oh, little retaliation. Holy cow! Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.com/regional.
Welcome back to Talladega Super Speedway and a perfect Sunday afternoon here in April to go racing in the Geico 500 in the NASCAR Cup Series with our premier partners. We can't thank them enough. Busch Light, Coca-Cola, Geico, and Xfinity.
Two cars right now a lap down. Actually, they're 2 laps down. That's Zane Smith and B.J. McLeod. The other 36 cars all on the lead lap, all running right together. John Hunter Nemechek, Anthony Alfredo, Noah Gragson across the line now as your top 3. Corey LaJoie and Austin Dillon complete the top 5. Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, yes, Brad that pitted and topped off with fuel and Reese.
Again, to all the new people just now stopping by, or if you have been here for a little bit, please make sure and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are a fan of these streams, I do these every single Sunday. I've been doing it, trust me, there's proof. I got plenty of people in here to defend me for that. Besides that, yeah, again, if you enjoy this stuff, please like up the stream. That way we can get this out to other people. And yeah, just keep on liking and subscribing.
Now side by side with John Hunter Nemechek. That's the 2x2 battle for the lead as they make their way to the Alabama and Super Speedway.
They will race that way onto the back straightaway. John Hunter this time down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's been a little aggressive. He's been throwing some blocks, but right now he's landlocked because he's got Noah Gragson to his outside and Anthony Alfredo behind him.
Anthony Alfredo with a great run early on in this race, staying right there in that second spot. Let's go to the third lane on the outside. Chris Buescher starting that line. They're making up some ground. They're already working their way up to the 5th position.
That has been a fast way around this racetrack, all the way up against the outside safer barrier. John Hunter Nemechek across the nose of Noah Gragson. He'll throw the block there in the middle lane, and here comes Anthony Alfredo back downstairs. Already so far in this event, 79 laps in, make it 80. We have had 35 different lead changes. We'll have another one, Alex Hayden, before they get back around to the start-finish line.
So that means we're midway through stage number 2. So let's find out what some of the strategies are and the thinking on the pit lane. This trip to pit road is presented by Wendy's. Check the Wendy's app for crazy burger deals. Limited time offer at participating U.S. Wendy's. Redeem in the Wendy's app. Account registration is required. See offer in the Wendy's app for details. Steve Post.
The fuel window to make it to the end of the stage is open right about now. We're 40 laps to the end of this stage. Fuel window's 40, but it could go a little bit higher with some fuel savings. So a caution now would bring everyone down and make it really, really simple. I think we're going to go 10 or 12 laps before we start seeing anything as far as pit strategy goes. There is some significant savings going on fuel, but I don't know how far that's going to take. Savings on fuel, maybe not make it to the end, make it so that you need to stop for a shorter or smaller amount of fuel when you do make that pit stop down here. But fuel window is open, and 10 laps from now would split it about even. We'll see how the strategy plays out. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Paul, how about the midsection of pit road?
A couple of drivers here did make 2 pit stops under the last yellow to top off. Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace. So they're going to be able to go a little bit longer, and that means less time on pit road to refuel. Kim?
Well, that might be nice for some of the seasoned vets, but for drivers who may not have as much experience in the Cup Series, especially at the front of the pack, guys like Anthony Alfredo, we can see earlier than others, Anthony actually came on the radio about 5 or 6 laps ago and told his team, guys, it is so hard to save fuel out front or nowhere near the front of the pack. So again, for the guys that are better at fuel saving, they can stretch it a little longer, but we might see some of those younger guys, less experienced guys, come earlier.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the pace of this race, we're probably 5 seconds slower than our fastest laps here. They're saving fuel all the way back through the field. The guys that came at 65 and topped off, there was a handful, probably 7 or 8 of them. They're in a position they can stretch this a little bit longer. I think you're going to see differing strategies between some of the younger guys, as Kim talked about, that really don't know how to save fuel, and the experienced guys. You've got Denny Hamlin that rode around the back here for quite a while. Be interesting to see how far out these guys that are really saving pretty hard can go.
83 laps complete. We've been slowed just one time for a caution flag, and that was at the end of stage number 1. So 83 laps complete. Your top 5 as they come across the line. John Hunter Nemechek is out front. Noah Gragson is third. Anthony Alfredo, Corey LaJoie, Chris Buescher. That's your top 5.
The NASCAR Powerball playoff is back and ready to make a new millionaire in Victory Lane. Last year.
Oh my God, you won $1 million, guys. Wow, wow, everybody clap. Wow, shut the fuck up.
Championship weekend. Head to Powerball.com for the list of participating lotteries and join the race for $1 million. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR and home to the NASCAR Powerball playoff.
This season, Toyota Racing is looking for jugglers.
Aha!
Not the ones who toss balls or rings. Fans that can juggle the rigors of a 10-month
Can you juggle my balls? What?
circuits.
Well, what if I added nice?
What if you added GR Cup, Formula Drift, and off-road racing? If you can juggle it all, then we want you. Be part of the action at Toyota.com/racing. Toyota, let's go places. Formula Drift is a registered trademark of Formula Drifts Holdings, LLC.
84 down, 104 remain. John Hunter Nemechek continues to pace the field, but they stack up right behind Noah Gragson, Anthony Alfredo, Corey LaJoie, and Kyle Larson. Top 5 at the moment from Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Looking for a weekly motorsports podcast to stay up to date on what's happening on and off the track? The Motor Racing Network is the place. Hear from NASCAR crew chiefs on MRN Crew Call. All the happenings from regional touring series and local tracks on NASCAR Coast to Coast. Sprint Car Talk on Winged Nation. NASCAR history on MRN Classic Races. And hear from the drivers on NASCAR Live. MRN podcasts available on MRN.com, YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform.
The year was 1993. The NASCAR Cup Series season kicked off with the Dale and Dale show at the Daytona 500.
Dale Jarrett's got the lead. He goes to the inside. Earnhardt's not going to get him. Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 by STP. Earnhardt second.
The 1993 NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all on MRN's exclusive podcast, The 1993 Season. Available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Welcome back to the Geico 500 Talladega Superspeedway, live on the Motor Racing Network. Right now, John Hunter Nemechek is pacing the field. Right behind him is Noah Gragson. And on the inside and on the move, Mike Bagley, that is Anthony Alfredo.
He's been down there the last handful of laps or so, and he's done a great job of working the draft, keeping drafting help behind him, and drafting help is scarce. He only has Austin Dillon right behind him.
They've been strong hanging in down there in that bottom part of the racetrack. They do have some help about 4 car lengths to the backside of them. But we've been seeing John Hunter Nemechek continue to stay the lonesome man out front.
He is right in the middle of the racetrack, and he's going to continue to pull the field behind him. He's by himself, and right on his back bumper is going to be Noah Gragson. They're stacked up 3 wide from the number 3 spot on back. It's the Beard Motorsports entry of Anthony Alfredo downstairs.
Well, it's been a really good afternoon so far for young Anthony Alfredo. Had a great day yesterday in the Xfinity race. Got tangled up in a little bit of a mess late to ruin what could have been a race-winning type of day. But Mike Bagley, he's got it going pretty good again today.
Yeah, he does. He's doing a great job of holding his own. Others in the top 10 as well. What about the race leader? John Hunter Nemechek and Noah Gragson, Corey LaJoie. They're 1, 2, 3 in the middle lane off the end of the back straightaway.
That outside lane starting to get some momentum with a couple of Fords leading the way up front. That continues to be Chris Buescher. It's up there. He's got right behind him. He has got Dillon and give him a big push coming up that third spot.
A couple of Ford Mustangs on the outside of the racetrack, led by Chris Buescher. That is lane 3. Behind him, Todd Gilliland. All the way down in the bottom, double yellow line. That's where you find Anthony Alfredo in the middle. Race leader, John Hunter Nemechek.
Nemechek leads the way into the 33-degree banking in turn number 1. Second and third, all in single file. Then 3 wide formation from there on back. 3 rows up 3, chasing John Hunter Nemechek.
That's where the logjam is now, just outside of the top 5. Leaders exit 2 and snake their way onto the Alabama Gang super stretch. John Hunter Nemechek continues to be the maestro. He's running right down the middle of the racetrack, not throwing any blocks this time through.
Nice and smooth with that Toyota out front. The Ford right behind him with Noah Gragson. The Chevrolet right behind him with Corey LaJoie. LaJoie looks to the driver's right. He's got Chris Buescher starting to mount a charge on the outside.
Off turn number 4, here they come again. As we look down on the pit lane, it looks like Chase Briscoe's team is beginning to loosen up down there. And a couple of guys now putting some tires up on the wall, so perhaps we may see that. Briscoe, I believe, was one of those that took the wave around. There were a handful of cars that did the wave around just a few laps ago before we went back. Briscoe and Daniel Suarez did the wave around, Jeff, so they're going to have to come to pit road.
They're going to have to do that very shortly, Alex, as we get halfway through, a little bit further now, into stage number 2. Mike Bagley, they work over in front of you.
Watching Chris Buescher lead the outside line. He's done a great job of bringing that Ford up the outside line with help from Todd Gilliland, Ryan Priest, and Shane Van Gisbergen.
Getting that big push on the outside. The bottom lane now about 4 cars back with Anthony Alfredo. That help we talked about a couple laps ago starting to form up behind them. They're working their way up to the 5th spot.
Off turn number 4, we see the pit crew of Chase Briscoe on the pit lane. Yeah, here comes Briscoe. He's got the red and black Mahindra Tractors Ford Mustang Dark Horse down to 55 miles per hour. Steve Post, this is going to be a lonely pit road for Briscoe.
All by himself. Chase Briscoe brings that Ford Mustang Dark Horse into the attention of the crew. Richard Boswell, the crew chief, here he is in 3, 2, 1. Going to be 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel, and they said make sure you get it full of Sunoco Racing Fuel. Right side tires are completed. Here they come around to the left side. Left side jack is under the car, a pump and a half. Left side tires off, left side tires on. Chase Briscoe's down and away, but man, he is going to be not only a lonely man on pit road, but a lonely man out on the racetrack as well.
Yeah, it won't be long. He'll look in the rear view mirror and he will see a pack of cars closing in a hurry.
One thing that will work in his favor here is the race pace right now is not as fast as qualifying speeds. He's full of fuel, doesn't need to save. He can go wide open. I think he can keep the separation to the pack if the pack maintains saving fuel.
It's a great point as Chase Briscoe will blend back onto the racetrack by rule off of turn number 2, while the leaders head for Dave Moody.
He's about 2/3 of the way down the back stretch as the leaders are midway between 1 and 2, still chasing John Hunter Nemechek.
Now the separation is exactly the length of the back straightaway. That's Chase, who you heard just a moment ago. And here comes the pack right now as John Hunter Nemechek will drag them off the end of the Alabama Gang super stretch again with the lead.
And he's got a good separation back to Noah Gragson, about 3 car lengths back to Gragson, who is side by side with Chris Buescher to his right elbow on the outside lane. Down low, Anthony Alfredo drops down to bring more people with him there with it.
Yeah, what a show here we're seeing today in the Geico 500 Talladega Super Speedway. Buy a ticket now. The Yellowwood 500 coming your way at Talladega in October. Across the line, lap 92. John Hunter Nemechek continues to pace the field.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a scary movie victim.
Oh no, a tree fell on my car, and there's only one thing to do. Trip over my own feet and pull myself across the lawn while yelling help at a barely audible volume.
Sorry to interrupt, but you filed a claim with Geico, so you've got a designated claims team to help you.
This Geico sounds suspiciously reassuring. Are you sure I don't end up getting surprised with an unexpected twist?
Just that your Geico team will always be there to keep you updated.
What is it? Oh, nothing. I just didn't see that coming.
Geico, great service without all the drama.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
26 to go in stage number 2. John Hunter Nemechek, Noah Gragson, Corey LaJoie, Chris Buescher, and Kyle Larson. That was your top 5 across the line last time by from Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hey racing fans, William Byron here, driver of the number 24 Liberty University Chevy. I'm excited to tell you that Liberty is giving away $74,000 in scholarships. Winners can choose from over 600 online programs of study and join me as a Liberty student. Get your future on track today. Learn more about Liberty University's $74,000 scholarship giveaway at liberty.edu/24. That's liberty.edu/24.
Don't miss a moment of the NASCAR season.
Chastain drove it and never lifted. Put it against the safer barrier and all the way around the turn. Passes Denny Hamlin.
Check out the Motor Racing Network's coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series on hundreds of local radio stations around the country. Find your local station by going to MRN.com to catch the excitement of NASCAR on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Haven't talked a lot about Denny Hamlin other than his mistake coming onto pit road when he spun on entry. But all of a sudden, Dave Moody, at the front of the field, it is indeed Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, that FedEx Toyota. Well, now he's going to get shuffled back a little bit. And John Hunter Nemechek forges ahead, but Denny Hamlin is right back in the hunt.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin back in the mix, and everybody's tightened up even more. 3 wide for the lead, 3 wide, about a dozen rows deep. Buescher, Gragson, and Nemechek on that front row.
Oh, Denny Hamlin down to the bottom side. We'll have to get John Hunter Nemechek in front of him. He drops down to the bottom part of the racetrack. Noah Gragson in that second spot, about a car length further back. 3rd row outside is Buescher.
Off turn number 4. Here they come back to the line. We have passed the halfway point here in the Geico 500. A few thin, wispy cirrus clouds float overhead, trying to get a peek of the Geico 500 without buying a ticket as the field rumbles to the corner.
Here they come into turn number 1. It's still Noah Gragson down that middle lane. Just trying to keep a nose up on that outside lane. John Hunter Nemechek down low. They are wheel to wheel for the top spot.
No one breaking out into 4 wide territory. Everybody content to ride in 3 wide formation. Noah Gregson's turn at the front of the field. He's got Corey LaJoie, Kyle Larson, and Austin Dillon right behind him in the middle lane.
A big push in the outside lane this time from Todd Gilliland puts Chris Buescher out to the top spot. Brings the rest of that outside line with him. Now 10 cars on the outside. They're 3 wide off the corner.
3 wide racing once again at the Talladega Superspeedway. Here they come back to the tri-oval. 3 lanes wide at the front of the field. On the outside is Chris Buescher. Todd Gilliland giving him the push downstairs to his left elbow. Noah Gragson.
Noah Gragson trying to stay with him, but he's going to fall back in that middle lane. Outside line has got all the momentum right now. Chris Buescher, the new leader, as they make their way off turn 2.
Matter of fact, it's a 3-car breakaway, and the stacking up of traffic is from 4th on back. That's where Noah Gragson looks to driver's right. Shane Van Gisbergen is there. Here's Ryan Preece. He'll start a run. He wants to battle for the number 2 position.
And Shane Van Gisbergen shoots out like a cannon to the top side of the racetrack, battling for that second spot as some drivers continue to jockey their way to the bottom part of the racetrack. Up front, it's Chris Buescher.
Buescher leading the field here at Talladega. That makes us 42 official lead changes here at the start-finish line. Maybe a 43rd. Outside lane is a-rolling, and it's Shane Van Gisbergen to the lead again at Talladega.
Van Gisbergen to the high line, takes it upstairs. He's got the lead in that Wendy's-sponsored machine. Now he'll slide down the banking all the way to the low lane. He's got Buescher in his rear view.
And now they're stacked up side by side for 3rd. Joey Logano has made it to the front of the field. Haven't talked about Joey a lot today, but he is there right in the mix. He is side by side right now with Ryan Preece for position number 4.
Right back there on the outside. now a third lane again. Bubba Wallace gets a Toyota Brigade up on the top side. But up front, Shane Van Gisbergen has the top spot, single file through the top four.
Boy, he is putting on a show here this afternoon. Just so much talent. Talking about Shane Van Gisbergen, who leads at the moment at Talladega. You referenced a moment ago 43 different lead changes. Make it 44 at the line as Chris Buescher gets by. Now, we're not there yet to the record, but man, if we keep up this pace, it's going to be in danger of taking place here this afternoon.
You're right. We're just past the halfway point in today's Geico 500, and we've already had 44 official lead changes. The most ever here at Talladega Superspeedway is 88. That's happened not once, but twice. Both times in the month of April. It happened in 2010 and 2011.
Right now, it is Chris Buescher out front. Shane Van Gisbergen got shuffled back to third. Todd Gilliland tucks in line right behind our race leader.
When I was a kid, my grandpop used to say to my grandma, "I love you to the moon and back." It always symbolized his deep love for her. So this Mother's Day, I created a beautiful to the moon and back sterling silver diamond necklace. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com and see the silhouette of a crescent moon filled with sparkling diamonds, hugging a silver heart engraved with "I love you to the moon and back" right on the other side. See this magnificent Mother's Day gift now at IHateStevenSinger.com. It's only $98. Shipped for free. IHateStevenSinger.com.
From the infield garages to the race shops, NASCAR Hot Pass is your all-access ticket to the latest news from the sport.
Well, we got them down, now we put our foot on them. Then that's the attitude you gotta have. I don't think it's a move that can have any success at Martinsville. I still don't know why it worked.
Stay up to date with all of your favorite drivers all year long.
Get to the Final Four is what every driver in NASCAR's goals are.
NASCAR Hot Pass, weekday mornings from the Motor Racing Network.
We just worked lap 100. We've got green flag pit stops on deck from Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We are the voice of NASCAR.
The green flag is in the air, and we are underway. The Great American Race.
The Motor Racing Network. NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Craftsman Truck Series Racing live on your hometown radio station and MRN or NASCAR.com. Martinsville, Talladega, the Chicago Street Course. We have the side-by-side action and last lap passes for the win.
The NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all on MRN's exclusive podcast, the 1993 season. Available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Green flag pit stops underway. Lap 102, Steve Post.
Michael McDowell was in, as well as Brad Keselowski. Chris Buescher getting pit stops here on 102. Kim Kuhn, it looks like, and looking at the head of pit road, you are getting ready to get busy. More cars are headed your direction.
And the sign for William Byron is waving. Here he is. Byron's going to stop. They're going to put that fuel in that Chevrolet. Also in Corey LaJoy, the lap 4. I had some Fords in, but more cars are headed to the end of pit road, Steve.
Alex Bowman bringing his Chevy Camaro in as well. We got Eric Jones in his Toyota in. Here is Daniel Suarez getting pit service. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as well on lap 103, Paul Small.
And Ross Chastain and Austin Dillon coming in for fuel, Sunoco fuel only as well. And one driver coming in, one lap 3.
Trouble exiting the pit lane. Corey LaJoy spins on that group of cars that came off of pit road. There is some standing water below the racing surface as they were accelerating, Jeff. Corey LaJoy got in that water. The car looped around on him, and he's been able to grab a gear.
Yeah, and he grabs a gear and leaves, but you're right. There's just a couple of puddles of standing water. We call them weepers that seep up through the asphalt. Corey LaJoy trying to go through the gearbox, hits the throttle, loops the car around. He keeps going, but Corey had been running a great day inside the top 10. That's going to cost him. We look up towards the exit of turn number 4 to see if anybody else is ready to come to pit road. Not yet, Alex Hayden. So we've seen some of the Fords in, and most recently that last round that was just exiting off of pit road.
Yeah, those cars that are still on the racetrack, Todd Gordon, led by Joey Logano, who is the new race leader, had been saving fuel in the middle of the draft while everybody was backing the pace down. Just how much more can you save in the middle?
I think you can get upwards of a mile a gallon, which is going to buy you another. It's going to buy you another probably 7-8 laps where they can get out to. So be interested to see how far they can stretch this.
All right, we were waiting on now. Drivers that pitted on lap 65. Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Justin Haley, Denny Hamlin yet to come to pit road. Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and others. So we still have cars that need to get onto pit road and get service. Question is, Alex Hayden, when will they bring those cars to the attention of their crew?
We'll wait and find out, because that group of cars, Jeff, you just talked about, are 2x2 exiting turn number 4. Right now, here they come, and they're going to stay on the racetrack and keep their right foot on the loud pedal yet again in the tri-oval. It's Joey Logano on the inside lane. Denny Hamlin goes topside. This lap is going to be led by Denny Hamlin by a fender. We're down to 13 laps to go, Dave, in the stage.
And they've got the slower car now of B.J. McLeod that's going to give way in the extreme outside lane. His day has come all apart as the leaders, Logano and Hamlin, go 2x2.
And those that have just pitted are exiting turn 4. Right now, Logano is halfway down the back straightaway. Hamlin to his outside. Now, Logano will break free and leave Cindric to race with Hamlin.
Cindric down there on the bottom side. Logano gets about a car length down from that side-by-side battle right behind him. Cindric is there. Hamlin on the outside of him. Justin Haley there as well.
And they will bypass the opening to pit road. They stay on the racetrack and they continue to battle Todd Gordon for the lead, Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin.
So as I looked at the lap times, and this is something you look at as a crew chief, this group that's still on the racetrack, they're running right around at 50 flat, 50.0. They were in the 49.90s, 50.0s. The group that's already pitted, they're running 50.40. So when you look at this, we're still faster than them. I'm going to continue to stay out here because then I'm making time on those guys. When I cycle, hopefully I cycle back out in front of them.
As they make their way down the Alabama Gang super stretch, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano battle for the lead.
In the outside lane with Denny Hamlin, that is the Joe Gibbs Racing Brigade back there. Christopher Bell. It is Martin Truex Jr. It is Ty Gibbs. They're all lined up on that outside with the Toyotas. Up front is Joey Logano with his teammate behind him.
And 12 laps to go in the stage. And again, they stay on the racetrack. We're talking about Logano, Hamlin, Cindric, Bell, Haley, Truex, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, John Hunter Nemechek, and Josh Berry. Dave, those are the cars that still need Sunoco fuel.
Yeah, and some interesting manufacturer mixes as well. A handful of Fords trying to work together. Logano, Blaney, and a handful of Chevrolets trying to keep them from doing so.
Field continues to go under green. There'll be 11 laps to go here in stage number 2 with Joey Logano, currently the race leader. He's our 18th driver to take his turn at the top of the leaderboard.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, lungs shut. Switch and see if you can save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and affiliates not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game.
On podcast platforms and MRN.com.
That lead draft that's running by themselves on the racetrack has gone from 2x2 to complete single file at the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, near problem here. Corey LaJoie made contact with a car here just past the start-finish line. It looked like that was the Zane Smith car. They bounced off of each other. LaJoie went all the way down to the flat of the racetrack, was able to get the car back up on the racing surface. So we'll see if they can maintain pace out there. But the lead draft, single file, Jeff, right at the bottom of the track, and that normally tells us what's about to happen.
Yeah, they're going to come to pit road here momentarily. They work right down in the bottom of the racetrack, exit off turn number 4. We're talking again about Hamlin, Bell, Logano, Cindric, and indeed, here they come. Downshifting now on the brakes from 190 miles an hour. Kim Coon to 50 when they get to you.
And Hamlin keeps it straight for this set of green flag stops. He is in the box, but he's got to back up because he went past his pit box. So a second error on pit road under green flag for Denny Hamlin. Martin Truex Jr. also in, Steve Post.
Bubba Wallace brings his car to the attention of the crew here. Justin Haley is in getting fuel only for Justin Haley. Paul, more cars in front of you.
Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell both coming in. Sunoco fuel only. No issues. They're back out.
They stay, hopefully at 55 miles an hour. This is the second pit stop Denny Hamlin has made a mistake on. First time spinning as he got a little bit into some moisture on the apron of the track on the first pit stop. We look up off turn number 4, and here come the Team Penske cars that were staying on the track, led by Joey Logano.
It's a stampede of Ford Mustangs in the form of Team Penske. Here's Joey Logano, gas and go. He is already done as his teammates head down to the other end of pit road. Steve Post.
Yes, waiting down here for Austin Cindric to come in, and it's going to be a quick gas and go for Cindric. Here he is. Plug the fuel can in. Sunoco Racing Fuel. 2 seconds of Sunoco Racing Fuel. Paul, a couple of other Fords were in front of you,
including Ryan Blaney, and it was about 2 seconds of fuel in the tank for Ryan before he rolled out.
Got a couple of drivers busted for speeding. One of them, Christopher Bell. The other one, Ryan Blaney. Both of those drivers busted too fast on pit road. 7 laps to go in the stage. When we come back from Talladega Superspeedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Calling all nonprofit organizations. The NASCAR Day Giveathon is back for 2024. What's that, you ask? It's a national campaign to help nonprofit organizations raise funds to support their local missions. By signing up for the Giveathon, you gain access to a national marketing campaign to build visibility and donations for your nonprofit at no cost to you. And as a bonus, special incentives and prizes will be announced along the way to help you maximize your efforts. Visit NASCARDayGiveathon.org to sign up today.
This is Steve Post. If you love sprint cars, you'll love Wing Nation. All the latest sprint car news and interviews from the stars of sprint car racing from around the country.
Oh, shit! Oh!
Every Tuesday, Motor Racing Network.
What the hell? What the hell?
We go live with the weekend's winners and newsmakers from around the country. You can also find the podcast of all past shows on YouTube or subscribe to the podcast on any of your favorite podcasts.
Y'all see that shit? Jeez.
Wing Nation, all sprint cars, all the time.
Oh, why are we going to commercial break, dude? Don't do this. They're on the... Dude, we're having a battle for stage 2. Come on.
The stage. Let's give you a quick look at the top 20 after pit stop presented by Blue Green
What
Vacations.
the hell, Fox?
Blue
What the
Green
fuck?
Vacations, the official vacation ownership provider of NASCAR, invites you to believe in the power of vacation.
Bro, I swear, Fox is so fucking stupid. There's like 4 or 5 laps left in the stage, and they're like, nah, we're going to go commercial break. Nah, we're good.
Access to VIP NASCAR experiences. So start your vacation journey today at BlueGreenVacations.com.
With 6 to go in the stage, Chris Buescher the race leader, Ryan Preece is 2nd, Joey Logano goes 3rd, and Austin Cindric 4th. 5th is Noah Gragson, William Byron is 6th, Austin Dillon 7th, Eric Jones is 8th, Kyle Larson 9th, and Bubba Wallace is 10th.
And the rest of the top 20, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Ross Chastain 13th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ty Gibbs 14-15. Then Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, Daniel Hemrick, Michael McDowell, and Brad Keselowski. That is your top 20.
5 laps to go. Ryan Blaney served his pass-through penalty for the speeding infraction that he got busted for. And with just the 5 laps to go and the pace that they're running, look like Ryan Blaney will indeed, Todd, be able to hang on to the lead lap here.
Yeah, that'll keep him on the end of the lead lap, but he's lost the track position. We'll see where it goes when they come for the cycle at the end of stage 2.
And Jason Toy, they go rocketing off the end of the back straightaway and climb the banking in 3.
It's been a great run for some Fords up in the front. It's Joey Logano on the bottom side. His teammate Austin Cindric right behind him up top. Chris Buescher is up there along with Ryan Preece side by side.
They are beginning to bunch up 2 by 2 now in this lead draft in the Tri-Oval. We're 4 laps away from earning points in the top 10 when stage number 2 comes to an end. Look,
to all of the, well, over 300 people in here now, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Again, if you haven't already, make sure and hit that like button. That way we can get this stream recommended to more people, or well, more fans, I guess. But yeah, if you are new here again, guys, I stream the NASCAR Cup Series races every single weekend. So again, if you are new here and if you like this kind of stuff, I would highly recommend subscribing. It helps me out a lot, and it definitely will. I mean, it should help y'all out a lot. I mean, hell, y'all are coming here and watching this. So, I mean, yeah.
Buescher get the advantage by 1 car length. Logano.
Couple of Ford Mustang.
By the way, give me your Joe Biden money. That way I can spend it on a Coke.
Outside, that would be Chris Buescher. You've got Austin Cindric right there, Ryan Preece, Noah Gragson, and Austin Dillon.
Here they come, stampeding into the banking of turn number 1. And again, it's still side by side. Joey Logano digging hard on the bottom of the racetrack, but Chris Buescher's got the advantage. He brings clean into the open air.
All right, some guy named Leonard Hall, I think, or something like that. He just sent me $10. Thank you so much. Seriously, that means a lot. Thank you.
And now Logano will go back to the lead. Huge push there, and it's going to take Austin Cindric with him. Also, here comes Austin Dillon in that 3rd spot. He's all over the back deck lid of Austin Cindric. It's single file through the top 5 on board.
Kyle Larson from the 4th spot doesn't want any business of that. He wants a 2nd lane, and he wants to go to the front of the field. He'll lead the outside charge.
Show the fucking live race. Thank you.
And they begin to stack up and chug towards the top.
Kyle Larson trying to wave everybody up onto the back bumper. He's up.
Holy shit. Kyle Larson's about to fucking win this stage, dude. I swear. He's going to kill somebody.
Coming out of 2, but he's got Tyler Reddick right behind him. Logano continues.
The jump man car, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan for the win.
Oh, he can't. Here comes Kyle Larson.
Oh, Larson. He was somehow able to. Holy shit. Holy shit. Here we go. I'm calling it right now. There's going to be a crash. There's going to be a crash on this final lap.
Stage points now on the line. 1 to go. Stage 2 about to come to an end. Who's going to get back around?
Woo! Here we go.
First, Logano out front. Kyle Larson to his outside. Tyler Reddick right behind him.
Oh, what will Joey do? He stays inside. Larson getting a huge push from the 45 of Reddick.
To the outside, here comes Kyle Larson. He's got help from Bubba Wallace. They draw even again.
Bubba?
Logano and
The
Larson
fuck?
for the lead. Halfway down the back straightaway to end this stage. Larson with a fender out in front. Here comes another shove down low. Now it's
Oh, man. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. They're tandeming. They're tandeming. They're side drafting.
up top. It's Kyle Larson side by side.
Oh!
Each other down the short straightaway, headed for the Tri-Oval. Top 10 will get points.
Oh, the inside line's getting a huge push. Joey's got this one in the bag.
Stage 2 will be complete, and Joey Logano will win the stage.
Yep, Joey's got it.
Cindric will finish the stage 2nd. Kyle Larson will be 3rd. Austin Dillon.
Damn, that was scary.
And Ross Chastain will finish 5th. Tyler Reddick is 6th. Chris Buescher 7th. Chase Elliott is 8th. Ryan Preece 9th. And 10th is Ty Gibbs.
And that is the top 10 finishers to complete stage number 2, presented by Sunoco. From fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump, Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do.
Friends, let's talk about Mother's Day. Give your mother a gift from the most hated jeweler in America, Steven Singer Jewelers. Why are they hated? Everyone knows fresh roses are their #1 gift for Mother's Day, but a week later, they're in the trash. Get Mom a gift she'll cherish forever. A real rose, deeply dipped in pure 24-karat gold, guaranteed to last forever. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com to check out his newly released exclusive red wine rose for just $69. Free shipping, free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle Penn. You may know that Victory Junction provides fun, adaptive, and life-changing experiences for kids with all levels of abilities, serious illnesses, and chronic medical conditions. But did you know that camp is free for the children and families we serve? Your support helps every camper build a foundation to live their best life. Make your gift today at victoryjunction.org/donate and feel your heart race.
51 lead changes at the start-finish line so far among 18 different drivers. Currently, Joey Logano is the race leader. We're under caution the second time today. This for the conclusion of stage number 2. From Talladega Super Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Feel like you're in the driver's seat and never miss a second of the race action with Racing Electronics. Racing Electronics scanners allow you to listen in on uncensored audio from your favorite drivers, spotters, and crews the entire race. Hear team strategy with critical passes, dangerously close calls, and all the pit stop drama. To learn more, visit them at RacingElectronics.com. Be race ready. Be RE equipped.
On Thursdays, NASCAR Live goes wide open with some of the biggest names in the sport.
The goal is the same, so the mindset's the same, all right? The goal is to win the championship.
And some familiar voices that you might not have heard from in a while.
You know, I thought about going to one of these teams because I'd really like to win the 500. I never planned any of this to start with, right from the very beginning.
No matter what driver or what era is your favorite, NASCAR Live Wide Open has every corner of the fan base covered. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts.
Welcome back to Talladega Super Speedway. Pit lane remains closed for the moment. At least another lap or so as the field has been caught by the pace car now as they come through the tri-oval. What a race we've seen so far. Todd Gordon down to 66 laps to go. Strategy-wise, do you expect them to go ahead and come in now, change tires, put as much fuel in as you can, and then from there on out, what are you looking for?
Yeah, it's going to be 4 tires and pack it full of fuel from here. This will be a little bit longer run than stage 1 or stage 2. We've got probably 63 laps when we go green here. I would look for some of the same, but you've got to keep yourself positioning so that you're, as Ryan Blaney said in our Keys to Race, you want to be in those top 3 rows when you get to that last run. So I think we're going to see the guys go longer, probably a fuel-only stop, but we'll see where it plays out for them.
And Ryan Blaney said that in the progressive keys to the race. Have yourself in position in those top 3 rows in the closing laps. But in order to do that, you got to have a good, clean final pit stop in those progressive keys to the race.
Yeah, presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. And Progressive.com, the keys to winning. The Geico 500, presented by Progressive Insurance.
So right now, we'll have a caution flag pit stop. Doesn't mean the pressure is any less for the crew members down there on the pit lane. The entry to pit road may be a little bit easier this time, and that has been a bit of an issue. We've had multiple drivers get busted for speeding on pit road. Denny Hamlin spun coming to pit lane his first time of the afternoon. Then he drove through his pit box on another opportunity, so got to have some clean stops here for everybody in the field.
Yeah, indeed. And the athletes down on pit road ready to go to work. They haven't had a lot to do other than those green flag stops, and that's when the pressure's on. But like you said, Alex, the pressure's on now. Get your car on and off of pit road. You don't want to give up a spot. You want to hold it or pick up a spot for Logano, Cindric, Larson, Dillon, Chastain, and others. Joey Logano at the front of the field. It will be lap 123, and Joey is going to bring the field down off the banking of 4 onto the apron and onto pit road. Race leader Joey Logano is in.
And stage 2 winner Logano comes to a stop in his box under the watch of crew chief Paul Wolf through on the right side. They'll run to the left. It'll be a pump with a jack. Left side tires on. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. As Denny Hamlin having an issue coming on the pit road, just a little bit slow. Looks like he was waiting for Logano to finish at his stop before getting into his box. More cars headed your way as Steve Post.
Booty Barker, crew chief for Bubba Wallace, said take no risk, no speeding penalties, just do a good solid 4-tire stop. That's what they're doing. Alex Bowman is in, Eric Jones is in the race on pit road. Joey Logano wins it over Ryan Blaney. There goes Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, and Austin Dillon. Michael McDowell, 4 tires and fuel, and more cars in front of you, Paul.
And the first 2 off this section of pit road were the 2 Hendrick teammates right next to each other. Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. Carson Hocevar still on pit road. They're having an issue with that Ziegler machine, and there is no hurry right now, so this could be terminal.
So tough break there for those drivers, and those teams will follow up there with Paul Small when we come back here, as we've got 65 laps to go.
Now Martha Stewart for Skechers.
When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative material designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes. They've meticulously designed stylish footwear with all the fits and features you want. They have fits like wide fit, relaxed fit, stretch fit, arch fit, and more. Plus, they have luxurious features including Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's like walking on a cool side of the pillow all day long. And best of all, they find a way to keep them affordable. You simply can't get more comfort and style for your dollar. So if you want the kind of footwear I create, get yourself a pair of Skechers. It's comfort with style and more.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
From Talladega Super Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The Tough Trucks of NASCAR, an exclusive podcast from the Motor Racing Network.
Ron Hornaday, green flag is in the air. He will take the field quickly to turn 1.
Relive the moments of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series from its debut in 1995.
Checkered flag in the air, Skinner wins with the inaugural for the NASCAR Truck Series by Craftsman.
The legends of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Todd Bodine wins 4 in a row on super speedways.
The Tough Trucks of NASCAR, available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Motor Racing Network's coverage from Talladega Super Speedway is brought to you by Geico. Geico's mobile app has 24/7 claim service and on-the-go policy info. It's easy to Geico.
Back here at the Talladega Super Speedway, pit stops on this round have been complete. 63 laps to go in the Geico 500 this next time by. They're bringing out the jet dryers and the Elgin sweepers down here.
I don't know how we went from 340 people down to 287. I haven't noticed anything go wrong with my stream. It's either because of, like, the radio or the quality going down. I don't know.
Forecast earlier in the week.
I wouldn't doubt it, though, if that's why. I wouldn't.
We are indeed blue sky, sunshine, but overnight...
No one cares about you, bitch.
I don't know, Alex, right up until about 10, 11 o'clock maybe this morning.
Leave McMurray alone. He's happily married.
And the Titans out, and they got the track ready to go, and we got started on time. But that does not mean we did not get a lot of rain overnight, and some of those weepers now are causing some troubles at the exit of pit road. Meanwhile, it looks like pit stops again, Kim, and I would imagine it's all about Sunoco fuel.
It is all these drivers topping off, including Ryan Preece, William Byron, Corey LaJoy on pit road, Martin Truex Jr. They actually hold him for a second, get that pack full of extra fuel,
coming in. Daniel Suarez was going out. Kozlowski had to swerve to the right. And
Again, guys, continue to like up the stream. That way it gets recommended to other people, I guess. And, yeah, continue to show the support. Subscribe, too, if you haven't.
kinds of top-offs for fuel. All, I'm assuming, more of the same in front of you.
Yes, definitely. Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell all in this section of pit road, topping off with Sunoco fuel.
We've just gotten the one-to-go signal. The drivers have the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, it cut out. As soon as I type the guy's name, it just mutes.
To choose which lane they want to restart in, whether it be inside.
I guess I can't talk about the old fuck, so yeah, let me go ahead and refresh it again. It's Brandon. Yeah, it's Brandon Brown's money. I take that back. It's FJ. It's a Let's Go Brandon's money.
Lead changes so far with 62 laps to go.
Back in October, when we last raced here at Talladega, there were, 7
LGB coin.
lead changes. So, nope, not surprised by that at all.
If only that shit.
Literally,
if only that crap. If only that, like, thing didn't get taken down, like, that sponsor and that company, that would have been pretty funny if that still was a thing. Like, LGB coin, that would have been funny.
Because of the 2 stage conclusions, and that's it.
Don't say it, Alex. Don't say it. All right, ready to go here. The Geico 500 Talladega Super Speedway, ready to go back under the green flag. And here we go. It's out. It's in the air. Ross Chastain on the inside. Joey Logano on the outside. Right behind Ross, that's Kyle Busch. And right behind Joey is, again, his teammate.
It is side by side into turn number 1. Kyle Busch buried up under the rear spoiler of the Ross Chastain machine. The same can be said for the Ford teammates in the upper lane, side by side for the lead.
That 4-car breakaway has gotten some pad between themselves and the rest of the field, and as they get organized behind them.
Guys, I just made a mistake. That Juan, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. G-E-A-N, Gene, G-P. I accidentally fucking, I accidentally hit him. Fuck. Shit. Damn it.
Kyle Busch down low, Austin Cindric to the outside.
And that is going to force Kyle Busch now to move his car around just a bit. Looks like the front 4 are going to go single file in the middle of the racetrack as Ross Chastain has his car at the front of the field. Joey Logano and Austin Cindric bear down.
The Melon Man shows the way into turn number 1. Logano, though, tucked right up on his back bumper now. Cindric riding in the 3rd spot. First man in the low groove, battling for 4th is Noah Gragson.
Noah Gragson now will lead that inside line. Needs a little more drafting help, though. The outside line is where it is, and that line is right in the middle of the back straightaway. Splitting the difference as Ross Chastain leads him back to turn 3.
Leads him by a car length back into turn number 3 on the bottom part of the racetrack. Noah Gragson down there with them. Also, looks like Josh Berry is there as well. Down on the bottom part of the racetrack, up front, it's the Mellow Man on board.
Outside is Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Kyle Busch. They've got it rolling on the outside, and here comes Joey going after Ross Chastain. He's going to get there at the line, side by side once again, Ford and Chevrolet.
Inside line belongs to Ross Chastain. Top side belongs to Joey Logano. Both with drafting help, 6 or 8 rows deep. Mano a mano for the lead, Chastain and Logano.
Ford and Chevy, wheel to wheel for the point. The Chevy of Chastain to the inside of the Ford of Logano. No 3 wide action inside of the top 20, maybe top 25. Some of the drivers are looking at it in the back of the pack, but they'll bail out now off the end of the back stretch.
2 by 2, bottom part of the racetrack with Ross Chastain, top side with Joey Logano. They are side by side all the way through the back end of the top 20 with the advantage going to Chastain.
The 3rd car in the inside row is Josh Berry. He took a look to the inside of Noah Gragson, his teammate at Stewart Haas Racing. Not sure if he was just simply trying to get a little air to the radiator or not, but Josh Berry trying to make some noise in the inside of that row.
Haven't heard a lot out of Josh this afternoon, but but now that it's getting down to the final bits, he is right there in contention for the moment. He'll follow third in line on the bottom.
And Josh Berry's got Anthony Alfredo tucked up behind him, fourth in line on the inside. Up front, Logano leads the way by a fender, but here comes Chastain pounding his way back to the bottom, and Chastain goes back to the lead.
It's like 190-mile-per-hour pace lap, side by side, 2 by 2, all the way through the top 25. Right now with Ross Chastain on the bottom side, has about a car length advantage on Logano.
The top 9 cars stayed out and did not come to pit road to top off on fuel. Logano, Chastain, Cindric, Noah Gragson, and some of the others. And again, a dead heat at the line with Chastain to the inside. Joey Logano continues to pound away at the outside.
Joey's got real estate upstairs. He's running in that middle lane. He could move up another groove and a half if he wanted to, but right now he's content just to ride side by side, elbow to elbow with Ross Chastain.
Everybody has been content to ride at the bottom, whether it's double wide or in some cases 3 wide. It's on the bottom of the racetrack that everybody, for the most part, at this point of the race, has been doing their work, and they continue to do it again this time through.
Logano and Chastain up front, slowing the pace down just a little bit, trying to burn less fuel up there in the top spot. They're staying nose to nose off the corner. Single, in fact, double wide all the way through the field.
They are indeed, Jason, as they rumble up off of turn number 4 yet again. Down to the line, 57 laps to go in the Geico 500. Ross Chastain on the inside lane will lead this lap by half a car length over Joey Logano.
That's about as big an advantage as either one had been able to muster. Logano in the outside lane, Chastain down low. It's a bumper, a fender, maybe a half a car length. As I say that now, Chastain gets a bump from behind and he'll pull out by a car length.
Yeah, matter of fact, Chastain will emerge into the clean air. The question is, how long can he hold it? About halfway down the back straightaway, because here come Logano again in the outside lane. Logano and company trying to take it back. Chastain trying to hang on to it.
Austin Cindric very deep in the back trunk deck lid right there of Joey Logano. Now the advantage on the bottom side once again with a great push from Noah Gragson on Ross Chastain. Puts both those drivers out in front of the field.
Pace lap formation right now as they circulate around this 2.66 super speedway, the Talladega Super Speedway. We know they've got to come to pit road one more time for sure, Todd Gordon. So as we get down now, 56 laps to go, what is your strategy now, perhaps before you come to pit road for the last time?
I'm still trying to be efficient here. I'm trying to take care of my fuel supply, give myself, especially if I'm one of those Ford teams, because I felt like, I say Ford, but there was a group of them. Denny Hamlin was included with it, Martin Truex Jr. They stayed out longer, and they were able to get organized and actually run faster than the group that pitted earlier. So I want to put myself in that position, much like we saw in stage
Trouble
2.
off the end of the back straightaway. Christopher Bale into the outside wall. Also collected Justin Haley. Ryan Blaney, I believe, snaked his way through with no contact. Couple of other cars spinning to the bottom of the racetrack, but the one that's worse for wear, Christopher Bell, the front end torn to pieces on that Toyota Camry.
Of course, a crash happens while we're... Oh, never mind, we're back.
For the third time.
No! No! No!
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a soap opera star.
Gracious me, my car has storm damage and I had to file a claim. Could it possibly get worse?
What the fuck happened? What caused this to happen? We're gonna watch this all together. Oh my god, are you serious? A fucking pile up, really? Somebody had to fucking go slow? God damn it. Well, there goes my other... There goes my guy. Damn it.
Sounds and speed that'll shake you to your core. To see NASCAR stars like Ryan Blaney.
Who would do it to this guy? Why? Why would you do it to him? Why? Why?
Are you ready to make memories that'll last a lifetime? Yeah? You ready? Then we got one more question. What are you waiting for? To experience the thrill of a NASCAR race in person, visit NASCAR.com/tickets.
From Talladega Super Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
The NASCAR Powerball playoff is back and ready to make a new millionaire in Victory Lane.
Oh my God, she won $1 million. Wow, shut the fuck up.
This year, it could be you winning $1 million at NASCAR Championship Weekend. Head to Powerball.com for the list of participating lotteries and join the race for $1 million. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR and home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Give us a follow. The Motor Racing Network is on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. We've got links to all our podcasts, MRN Radio Race broadcasts, and NASCAR news and information. Video podcasts on MRN's YouTube and Facebook. On X, use the hashtag AskMRN to connect with us and our award-winning race announcer. Give us a like, post a comment, share a podcast. Just search for MRN Radio, the Motor Racing Network, on all your favorite social media outlets.
54 laps to go here in the Geico 500 is Justin Haley on the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Had a bump draft courtesy of Chase Elliott that turned him to his left and down into Christopher Bell, who's just riding along minding his own business, and his car ends up wadded up. It looks like Justin Haley's car could not make the turn into the garage area. He's sitting halfway on the grass, halfway on the pit lane here. So, Todd, that's going to keep pit road closed for a couple of laps. That means pit road open here in another, 51 to 52 laps to go range. Would that be your opportunity to make your final pit stop?
Oh, yes. I think you'll see everybody come stuffing full of fuel, and I wouldn't be surprised as we came to one to go to see the whole field, maybe not the whole field, but most all of the field come back and just stuff that last little bit of fuel in, make sure they're full to the tippy top, and see where they go from there.
Sunoco fuel will be valuable here before we wrap this one up today. By the way, just a reminder, involved in that crash, Ryan Blaney trying to snake his way through. He had them cleared. Zane Smith, while Ryan was on the brakes, Zane Smith got into the back of Ryan. Maybe some damage to the front end of Zane Smith. Perhaps the same for Ryan Blaney. Then you had Justin Haley, Christopher Bell, as the bagman pointed out, and Chase Briscoe. So getting down to it now, 53 to go. The field working off of turn 4 behind the pace car, and pit road remains closed. Bagman, a number of drivers did an amazing job to snake their way through the action right there at your feet.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney, even though he had contact with Zane Smith, he was still, ducking and dodging spinning race cars. Christopher Bell, most notably. Chase Elliott, he was right in the middle of that as well. He snaked his way through, and as these cars were spinning left and right, it's amazing the reflexes of these drivers that they tap into, that are able, with those cat-like reflexes, to work their way through some of the carnage that breaks through here at this racetrack.
It really is. And since Jeff described the overnight soaking rain here at the Talladega Super Speedway, the grass area here that separates the travel from the pit lane is absolutely a mud pit down there. We've just figured out. It's beautiful, the green grass and all the painted logos, but first car down in it today is now the car of Justin Haley, who could not get on the pit lane cleanly because of the damage to the race car, and they just had to drag him out, and we can clearly see now just how much mud is underneath that car.
Why don't we take a minute and talk about Anthony Alfredo driving the Beard Motorsports Chevrolet. You talk about big teams and smaller teams. Beard Motorsports employs a grand total of 1 full-time employee, Todd. Under the ownership of Linda Beard, they field race cars for here and Daytona, a couple of other places we'll see them run. But when they show up with good equipment. They run at the front of the field, and Anthony Alfredo has had a tremendous afternoon so far.
Yeah, for a part-time schedule, and what they do, they pick the right places to come to. They know their kind of niche, and they've done a really good job when they show up. Anthony Alfredo led laps today, been pushed all the way there, and been up in the mix. It's going to be interesting to see how this can all play out for him in his final stage here.
His best career Talladega finish in the Cup Series is a top 10 in the 10th spot, so he's strong drafter. He showed it yesterday in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, coming home with a top 5 finish. And, we talk about our race fans at every track we go to around the country, Jeff. They're great, every one of them. The fans at Talladega are just a little bit different, aren't they? They were standing up and applauding and cheering and waving hats because Justin Haley finally was able to get his car out of the mud, and Crab walked his way with a beat-up race car to his pit box, and they saluted the effort.
Gotta love the fans at the Talladega Superspeedway. Kim Kuhn, pit road is open.
And the timing of this caution is perfect for Martin Truex Jr. because before he had radioed, he had a vibration. It wasn't getting worse, but because we have this caution, the team will change tires on this stop while everybody, for the most part, is gas and go with the exception of Brian Priest, also taking fresh sticker Goodyears. Steve Post.
Joey Logano is gone. Yes, and go. Josh Berry is out as well as Noah Gregson and Austin Cindric. We did have about 2/3 of the cars pit, but there's probably 10 or so that stayed on the racetrack. Paul, who put it in front of you?
Josh Berry and Daniel Hemrick both took field only. Ryan Blaney taking the opportunity to put right side Goodyear tires on the Wabash car.
That's exactly what happened up and down the pit lane. Goodyear Eagles for some, Sunoco Fuel for all.
Hey racing fans, William Byron here, driver of the number 24 Liberty University Chevy. I'm excited to tell you that Liberty is giving away $74,000 in scholarships. Winners can choose from over 600 online programs of study and join me as a Liberty student. Get your future on track today. Learn more about Liberty University's $74,000 scholarship giveaway at liberty.edu/24. That's liberty.edu/24.
Looking for a weekly motorsports podcast to stay up to date on what's happening on and off the track? The Motor Racing Network is the place. Hear from NASCAR crew chiefs on MRN Crew Call. All the happenings from regional touring series and local tracks on NASCAR Coast to Coast. Sprint Car Talk on Winged Nation. NASCAR history on MRN Classic Races. And hear from the drivers on NASCAR Live. MRN podcasts available on MRN.com, YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform.
From Talladega Superspeedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
For 3 decades, Racing Electronics has been the #1 choice for scanners, headsets, and all race day communications needs. Racing Electronics provides the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate NASCAR fan. Hear uncensored communication from every team in the race with a scanner from Racing Electronics, or tune into the MRN radio broadcast. To learn more, visit racingelectronics.com today. Be race ready, be RE equipped.
Give us a follow. The Motor Racing Network is on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. We've got links to all our podcasts, MRN Radio Race broadcasts, and NASCAR news and information video podcasts on MRN's YouTube and Facebook. On X, use the hashtag AskMRN to connect with us and our award-winning race announcer. Give us a like, post a comment, share a podcast. Just search for MRN Radio. The Motor Racing Network on all your favorite social media outlets.
Back at the Talladega Superspeedway, 51 laps to go. There'll be 50 to go next time by. We haven't talked a whole lot about William Byron today, even though he's been inside the top 10 for a lot of today's race. They made their last pit stop a moment ago. Kim Kuhn.
And they'll actually come back down pit road for 2 reasons. They'll top off with one to go, but then William came on the radio and said he had something kind of stuck in the right front hood flap, so they're going to pull that out when they top off.
That report on William Byron is brought to you by Liberty University. Following William Byron's lead just got easier. Liberty University is giving away several scholarships in the LU24 $74,000 scholarship giveaway. Go to liberty.edu/24 for details.
Back to the Care Center. Kim Kuhn is there with Christopher Bell.
Yes, just released from the Care Center. Part of that incident. What happened?
Yeah, I've got no idea. I just saw a replay and it just looked like a stack up in the middle lane, and unfortunately I was in the wrong spot.
Tough day for Christopher Bell, done early at Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, it is frustrating to simply be riding along, playing your strategy, and all of a sudden you get whacked in the right side of the race car from a car outside of you.
Highs and lows of Talladega Superspeedway. We've talked about it a couple of times. You look at the high at the moment, Anthony Alfredo, who is going to bring his car onto pit road. Anthony Alfredo at the moment shown as the race leader. He will give that up. Other cars beginning to pit now. We'll start our coverage with Paul Small, the middle of pit road.
And it is going to be Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson along with Austin Dillon. They're coming in like a majority of the field here to top off with fuel. We're doing the same thing as well as Chris Bush of the State Post.
Yes, fuel only, and this is a top off of fuel, although Brad Keselowski's taking tires. Logano's the first one of these cars out with William Byron and Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott in hot pursuit. So 4 tires in Sunoco Racing fuel for Brad Keselowski, but virtually everybody else on pit road, there was probably 5 or 6 that stayed on the racetrack. Virtually everyone is topping it off. Todd Gordon just described the strategy here. We are right at 50 laps to the end of the advertised business. Hang on, the calculators are burning up down here trying to calculate fuel mileage to see who can make it to the end of this one.
Yeah, as it looked like, we had a handful of cars, maybe 5 or 6 that actually stayed out. And all of these guys that pitted here, very long, I believe, inside line here.
So, Todd, we've seen a couple of times today, even though they've been 2 and 3 wide, the pace slow down just a smidge to save fuel. With right now 50 to go, there'll be 49 to go next time by when we take the green flag. Do you expect the pace to be slow, or do you expect them to say, okay, it's time to go?
No, I expect it to be slow. We're here at 50 to go. I feel like the fuel window is probably, if you're wide open, is probably in the 40 to 42 lap range. We're about 8 laps outside of that. If we can save that mile a gallon, then we can maybe get there. I think you're going to see a lot of guys that are outside their windows but trying to save where they can make it to that point.
60 lead changes so far at the start-finish line. 49 laps to go. Joey Logano has led the most laps here this afternoon at 22. John Hunter Nemechek at 20. Martin Truex Jr. at 16, same for Austin Cindric. As we get ready to go here, the Talladega Superspeedway, the Geico 500, the field now working through the tri-oval, and they'll be looking for the green flag.
There's only 3 rows of 2x2 because everybody else came to pit lane, and by rule, you forfeit your opportunity to choose what lane you want to restart in. So they're off.
What the hell? A lot of them are on the inside. What the hell?
As they hit turn number 1, now they'll begin branching out a little bit further back. Cindric, first one to jump out of line. He's going to go to the outside lane and become the 7th man in that draft. Up front, both of the Overstock.com Stewart Haas Chevrolet.
There will be Noah Gregson to the inside of Josh Berry. Basically, there is a Stewart Haas Racing blockade at the front of the field. No one trying to pierce it just yet. Double wide formation back to the corner.
Candy apple red Fords right there side by side of it. Right behind them, it is on the top side. We have got other drivers working their way through the top side in that 3rd lane, popping out with Daniel Hemrick.
Ross Chastain was up there. Michael McDowell is up there. So is Daniel Hemrick. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, teammates going at it. A couple of Ford Mustangs on the inside. Josh Berry to his outside. That's Noah Gregson.
We are overstocked on Overstock.com in the front row. It is Gregson running, Josh Berry running down on the bottom of the racetrack. Noah Gregson on the outside of the racetrack. Here comes lane 3. Daniel Hemrick on the jar.
And that 3rd lane is inching forward. Shane Van Gisbergen in that outside line. It'll draw even. Hemrick gets a fender out in front. Hendrick goes to the lead. You've also got Ross Chastain there as well.
Chastain giving a big old push to Daniel Hemrick, working away on the top side. Right behind him, Joey Logano. The front 2 have been able to jump out in front of 3 wide for 3rd on back.
Yeah, Michael McDowell leads that outside lane, trying to get up towards the number 2 position as McDowell has 2 cars lined up behind him, and Austin Dillon and Daniel Suarez. They're up to 3rd. They're up to side by side for 2nd and looking for the lead.
Climbing the ladder 1 rung at a time. Here comes Michael McDowell, the pole sitter, gets a big old side draft off Ross Chastain. Chastain continues to run the middle groove. They're all chasing Daniel Hemrick.
Daniel Hemrick running for his life right now. Started in the middle, changes lanes, pulls to the bottom. He'll throw the block there, but Here comes the outside line. Michael McDowell gets a shove from Austin Dillon. Now it's Michael McDowell powering to the lead.
Michael McDowell gets punted way out into the lead. He'll drop down to the bottom part of the racetrack, has a car length separation back to Daniel Hemrick. Those front two by themselves, 3 wide from 4th on back.
The driver that led the field to the green flag 142 laps ago is back out front at Talladega, and that is Michael McDowell. He will lead the field across the line. Daniel Hemrick in tow, and behind them again. They go 3
All right, now it's starting to do it
wide.
again.
3 wide for second.
Yeah, no, fuck that. No. Refresh. Come on. Come on.
Michael McDowell opens up 3 car links now on the rest of the field. He does not look like he's interested at all in saving any kind of fuel. He's going to try to push the button. Outside lane is rolling. It's led by Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, the problem with a big gap like that for Michael McDowell is that the field gathers you up in a hurry. He continues to ride with the lead. Suarez, though, has closed up now, right on his back bumper. Down low, here comes Hemrick.
Hemrick and Suarez side by side for second. They are 3 wide for the 3rd position. Make that the 4th position on back. McDowell up front will change lanes. He'll block the advances in the middle, and they are locked up for position behind him.
Michael McDowell all by himself out there with the purple Tootsie's car. That Chevrolet for Daniel Hemrick. Actually for Daniel Suarez in that 2nd spot, along with Daniel Hemrick and Josh Berry.
8 rows deep, 3 wide racing as they come back through the tri-oval. Michael McDowell by himself out front, right behind Daniel Hemrick. Behind him, Josh Berry. In the middle, that is Daniel Suarez with a Ford all the way up against the outside safer barrier.
Up next to that outside wall, he runs about a foot off the safer barrier, just trying to creep up and make some ground on Michael McDowell, who's done a pretty good job, Mike Bagley, of holding off all 3 lanes.
He's done a successful job up to this point, but he's got some new customers that are knocking at the door right now. Outside line, now led by Alex Bowman. Here you got Todd Gilliland out there. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch up in that mix as well.
That line really starting to form, make it 5-6 cars on that outside lane trying to give chase. They'll fall back a little bit. Michael McDowell with a car length and a half in front of that side-by-side battle for second.
That continues to be Alex Bowman in the middle of the racetrack, and Daniel Hemrick downstairs, that wheel-to-wheel battle for the number 2 spot. It continues to be Michael McDowell up front. Here's Josh Berry back in that inside lane for the number 4 spot, trying to go to the inside.
McDowell has shown the ability of keeping this field at arm's length. You wonder how much fuel he may be expending in that effort. They are 3 deep behind him, about 10 rows back as they work on turn 2.
Alex Bowman changes lanes. He'll lead the middle lane now, and that leaves Todd Gilliland to lead the outside. Gilliland is up to a 3 wide battle for second. Here he goes. He wants the lead. Brad Keselowski just shoving him off the end of the backstretch.
This is what racing at Talladega is all about. 3 wide from second on back. Michael McDowell sports it out there in front. Up top, it is his teammate Todd Gilliland with help from Brad Keselowski. 3 wide for second.
42 laps to go. Not everybody, though. Todd Gordon is running at the front of the field and racing 3 wide. You drop back. Bubba Wallace is out back. Truex, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Hosebart, Blaney, Ryan Priest, they're all running at the tail end of the field.
And these guys are trying to save as much fuel as they can, running back here, just doing what you can, taking the draft off this 3 wide racing. It's got them in a position where maybe they can make the mileage to get to where they want to. It's interesting to see the final 2 cars. You've got Ryan Priest behind Ryan Blaney. Had incidents last week, but as Kim told us, they had marshmallows this week, and Ryan Priest said, Blaney's a guy I need to be behind pushing at the end of the day.
And they have made up very nicely. We'll find out if their friendship will continue to blossom here as we get in the closing laps at Talladega.
Oh, I cracked the hull of my new ski boat today. Oh my gosh, why'd you do that? It's not like I was trying to do it, you know. Sorry, that's rough. My bad, bro. Did hand me everyone witnessed this epic fail. Yes, there's videos galore, and now I'm a meme.
Accidents don't just happen in sea shanties, so Progressive Boat Insurance has you covered. Take as little as 4 minutes to see what you can save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms and not available for all boats or in all situations.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick. Your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
Michael McDowell continues to show the way. Todd Gilliland is second. Brad Keselowski third. Kyle Busch is fourth. And Cody Ware rounds out the top five. 40 laps to go in the Geico 500 from Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. Trade paint.
We got beauty.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon's rise to one of NASCAR's all-time greatest drivers was one like no other. Relive Jeff Gordon's journey to the NASCAR Hall of Fame with the exclusive MRN podcast, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. 93 Cup Series wins, 4 Cup Series championships, and 3 Daytona 500 wins. A career rivaled by few others. Check out MRN's Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Different scenes of a movie, and we're seeing a different scene being played out right now in the Geico 500. The overwhelming majority of the lead draft has migrated to the outside lane, single file up against the safer barrier, and for good reason. The race leader is Michael McDowell. For more on what's going on, here's Steve Post.
Michael McDowell is out here setting the pace, and we've talked about this for the entire broadcast. Fuel saving, save fuel. They have told him 3 or 4 times, you need to save us a little bit more fuel. 2 or 3 laps later, you need to save us a little bit more fuel. Now, Michael's a veteran, and Michael has a pretty good skill set at that, but there is some concern out here leading about saving fuel for Michael McDowell, so we'll have to see how this plays out.
Right now, Michael McDowell is leading the field up into turn number 3. He's got his teammate, Todd Gilliland, right behind. Then Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, and Cody Ware right now running in position number 537, laps to go. Right now, let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. "36 laps remain in the Geico 500 at Talladega Superspeedway, live on the Motor Racing Network. Michael McDowell right now pacing the field again with 36 laps to go. Next time by, my name is Jeff Striegel. Alongside is Alex Hayden and championship winning crew chief Todd Gordon. Out in the turns today on a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. Blue sky, sunshine. Dave Moody, Mike Bagley, and Jason Toy. On pit road, Steve Post, Paul Small, and Kim Kuhn.
36 laps to go in the Geico 500 this time by, and while they're settling things down, oh, here's some cars coming off the racetrack and coming to pit lane right now with 36 laps to go. Kim Kuhn.
Including Martin Truex Jr. and teammate Denny Hamlin. They're going to do gas and goes. Truex will take a tear off. Just making sure there's not enough fuel to make it to the end. Steve Post, cars in front of you.
Yes, there's Bubba Wallace in, getting fuel only. Eric Jones, fuel only. John Hunter Nemechek in time in. So the Toyota Brigade does not believe they could have made it to the end of that one, and they are now topping it off with fuel here. Paul, were any of those cars in front of you?
Only one car, Tyler Reddick, coming down to top off. It looks like he got about 2 seconds of fuel in that car.
And this is a decision that Toyota going to Legacy Motor Club and bringing them into the fold. This got them enough cars. They're out here now in a line. They're committed to themselves. This was the Toyota play. And you've got 7 cars out here in this line to group together. It's good to see them be able to make their own play here.
So Toyota comes to pit road. They're the first manufacturing teammates to come on to pit road. 34 laps to go. Next time by Ford's out front, led by Michael McDowell.
So let's look at the leaderboard and how they're running. Presented by hands-free Skechers slip-ins. No bending down, no touching your shoes. Just step in and go with hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Right now at the front of the field, again, it is Michael McDowell. He has his teammate Todd Gilliland right behind. Front row Motorsports go 1-2 at Talladega. Brad Keselowski, Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick round out the top 5. Then you've got Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoie, Noah Gragson, Cody Ware, and Ross Chastain. That's your top 10.
Shane Van Gisbergen is 11th, Ryan Blaney 12th, Daniel Suarez is 13th, Ryan Preece is 14th, and Kyle Larson goes in the 15th spot. They flash by and reshuffle the order. You've got Ryan Preece 16th, Chase Elliott 17th, Austin Cindric is 18th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 19th, and Chris Buescher is 20th.
21st now, Joey Logano, William Byron 22nd, Harrison Burton, Anthony Alfredo, and Chase Briscoe. That's your top 25. Then it's Austin Dillon, Carson Hocevar, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, and Bubba Wallace. That's a group, Alex, of some of those cars that were just on pit road.
Including 31st place runner John Hunter Nemechek, Martin Truex Jr. in 32nd, Denny Hamlin is 33rd, Ty Gibbs is 34th, 35th is Zane Smith, 36th is BJ McLeod, Justin Haley 37th.
We good on the stream, guys? Y'all like it? Huh? What? No? Maybe.
33 laps to go. We just saw the Toyotas come on.
Again, if you are new here and if you haven't already, please make sure and subscribe if you are new and if you're interested in this kind of content. I stream the races every single weekend, especially on... Oh! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh no! Oh no! Eric Jones is dead. Eric Jones is dead. Holy shit, we just witnessed a murder. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, that had to hurt. Oh my god, that had to hurt. Oh my god. If there's an in-car camera angle of that, I want to see that now. Right now. Oh my god.
Back on top.
Damn. Damn, that was hard.
Caution flag now for the 4th time.
This season, Toyota Racing is looking for jugglers. Not the ones who toss balls or rings. Fans that can juggle the rigors of a 10-month-long season across many different racing circuits.
Well, what if I added knives?
What if you added GR Cup, Formula Drift, and off-road racing? If you can juggle it all, then we want you. Be part of the action at Toyota.com/racing. Toyota, let's go places. Formula Drift is a registered trademark of Formula Drifts Holdings, LLC.
The year was 1993. The NASCAR Cup Series season kicked off with the Dale and Dale show at the Daytona 500.
Dale Jarrett's got the lead. He goes to the inside. Earnhardt's not going to get him. Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 by STP. Earnhardt second.
The 1993 NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all on MRN's exclusive podcast, The 1993 Season. Available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Big crash involving the Toyota Brigade by themselves, single file in the draft. I've had a couple of opportunities to look at the NASCAR TV replay, and we'll break it down for you in just a moment.
Dude,
from Talladega Super Speedway.
damn.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Damn, that was a hard hit.
For motorsports podcasts you won't find anywhere else, check out the Motor Racing Network's lineup of exclusive podcasts. MRN Classic Races, Junior's Journey, The Many Hats of Jack Roush, Richard Petty, Road to Royalty, 50 years of... Okay, what I was trying to say, please like the stream, okay? And each like will equal one prayer for Eric Jones. God, I hope he's okay. Besides that, if you are interested in this kind of content, especially seeing a driver almost die from what it seems like,
Yeah, subscribe to the channel. That way you can watch these streams. Yeah.
Rack up fan rewards points by watching races at home, playing fantasy, completing challenges, and visiting tracks. Then redeem your points.
And send me the government's money just so that way I can give it back to them.
Waiting for. Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fan-rewards.
How the fuck did I just go full screen? I didn't even hit a button. Well,
Back here at the Talladega Super Speedway.
Well, if you're interested in other channels, then that means you should leave. Or just shut up.
Replays, your assessment of what happened.
Well, this goes back when we were tandem drafting, and one of the rules of tandem drafting is
Your fucking ass at it.
work when you got lock bumpers, but when you lock a third car in line, you aren't driving the middle car. The middle car is kind of a suspect, and it looked like they stacked up. You know, it looked like Eric Jones was engaged in the car ahead of him. Bubba was getting a push from behind, and Bubba got to Eric, and it's just an accordion that kind of pinches the center out of it.
It wiped out the Legacy Motorsports Club cars, both John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones, although John Hunter right now sitting down on pit road, also involved Bubba Wallace and Denny Hamlin. Man, you think you've got the strategy, you employ it, you come to pit road as a manufacturing group of Toyotas. You think, all right, get out there, work together, run single file, run those guys down, put yourself in position to win. And a matter of 3 laps later, all of that strategy and, 4 of your cars wiped out.
Yeah, that leaves you 3 race cars to battle the Chevrolets and the Fords now to try to win here at Talladega Super Speedway. Your problem has been exponentially, well, it's grown. The problem has for Toyota. You can't imagine the Toyota folks and TRD and everybody there. They're not happy at the moment right now, and you certainly can't blame them for what happened out there, running their own strategy, feel like they're in a good spot, and then they essentially single file wrecked themselves.
Let's talk a minute about the safer barrier. We're going to do that here in just a moment. Eric Jones just shellacked it. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Pit road is open, and here comes everybody else. We see some of the Stewart Haas Racing Fords are in. Others are in front of Paul Small.
Everybody coming down here for maybe 1 or 2 seconds of fuel, and that's going to be about it, including the Fords that were running at the front of the field, trying to run the Chevys out of fuel. Here comes the race off pit road, Steve Lose.
Yes, it is, and Michael McDowell, that first pit box wins it with Brad Keselowski in tow. Noah Gragson goes out third. Josh Berry goes out fourth, and Kyle Busch, your top 5 off from pit road of these cars that pitted. There was a lot of discussion in the McDowell camp and the Keselowski camp that this caution could have given them enough laps to make it to the end. But boy, Talladega overtime had them really nervous, and I think that's why everybody came down to get fuel, and now they can race these cars to the end of this race without worrying about running out of fuel.
There'll be 29 laps to go in the Geico 500 next time by.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a scary movie victim. Oh no, a tree fell on my car, and there's only one thing to do. Trip over my own feet and pull myself across the lawn while yelling help at a barely audible volume. Sorry to interrupt, but you filed a claim with Geico, so you've got a designated claims team to help you. This Geico sounds suspiciously reassuring. Are you sure I don't end up getting surprised with an unexpected twist? Just that your Geico team will... always be there to keep you updated. Oh, what is it? Oh, nothing. Just didn't see that coming. Geico, great service without all the drama.
iRacing now.
And the Chainsmokers on Saturday, and Lauren Elena and Keith David on Sunday. Plus, NASCAR's brightest stars lighting up the streets.
NASCAR is racing in the streets of Chicago.
the Chicago Street Race Weekend, July 6th and 7th. For tickets and experiences, visit NASCARChicago.com.
From tickets, parking, and travel, race weekends can be stressful. Let Racing Electronics make communication easy. With a scanner and Easy Talk intercom system rental from Racing Electronics, you can effortlessly talk over the noise of the race. Hear uncensored driver and crew communication from every team in the race, or tune into the race broadcast with your favorite MRN announcers. To learn more, visit RacingElectronics.com today.
Back here at the Talladega Super Speedway, let's go down to the Infield Care Center in Kim Coon.
Where Denny Hamlin has been released after that green flag stop. The Toyotas found themselves in a single line and then melee. What happened?
I'm not sure. I was at the back of it, so I didn't see what happened with the what got the 43 turn. But obviously, we were all trying to run some good lap time there. I thought we were really good on pace, and then we just crashed. I'm really not sure, honestly. I didn't see it.
That's Denny Hamlin.
All right, Kim, thank you very much. We expect to hear from some of the other Toyota drivers when they are released. The safer barrier took a pounding. The safer barrier designed to flex, and man, did it flex. When Eric Jones shot up the racetrack, hit it virtually head-on, shoving that barrier back about a foot before it rebounded back into its original position. The safer barrier doing its job here at Talladega.
It absolutely is. SAFER, Steel and Foam Energy Reduction, is what it stands for, and that's just what it is. It's steel barriers. It's a stack of 3 of them, and then they have 18 inches worth of styrofoam between the steel barrier and the concrete retaining wall, and those styrofoam blocks are stationed out throughout a good 10 or 15 feet apart from each other, all the way around the racetrack, inside and outside. And the design is when you hit that, it flexes and absorbs energy, Todd, and that is a good thing. We'll follow up there in just a moment. Let's hear from Bubba Wallace, who's just come out of the care center.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace out of the care center, a little shaken up after that incident. What happened?
Just trying to execute a plan and didn't go right. So I hate it for our team, hate it for Toyota. We just got to reset, put it behind us, and go on to Dover and wherever after that and have some fun. We'll be fine.
That's Bubba Wallace. Very disappointed down here at the care center.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Fast race cars torn up, and torn up too soon, that's for sure. Alex, obviously we've seen some cars come to pit road. We are working lap 160. We're starting to get down to it. You got to start wondering now, how soon does that aggression meter start to peg? It's going to happen here sooner than later.
I think so. It's
Right
getting ready
now?
to take
Right
place.
now,
Yeah. I think so. When the green flag flies, these drivers are going to try to get through the gearbox and jockey to get the position they need immediately. By the time they get up to full speed, then you're going to get a little more aggressive. We heard Ryan Blaney tell us in our pre-race coverage, the NASCAR Live pre-race, in the progressive keys to the race, you want to be in the top 3 to 4 rows of 2x2 minimum when you get down to the closing laps to have a shot to win this thing. He ought to know. He's done it 3 times.
27 laps to go. Next time by, we work under the caution flag. Downstairs to the postman for a moment. The cars that stayed out the longest, Tyler Reddick pitted on lap 152. He's the race leader. Others, Steve, as you know, topped off at 158. We may see others top off. Once they do we have enough fuel to go the distance?
Yeah, we should be good to go to the end. And Tyler Reddick was the survivor of that Toyota strategy. So he was in at 152. And when we look at the amount of laps that we had here, we go to 188. So that's 36 laps. So Tyler Reddick should be good to go on that. And then the rest of them were all part of this most recent caution or this pit stop after all the Toyotas wadded them up down there in front of Jason Toy. So fuel should be in good shape for everybody at this point.
27 laps to go in the Geico 500.
Oh my god, really? Now it cut. Why is it cut out as soon as it goes green flag? I fucking hate that shit, dude. I fucking hate that shit. It's bullshit. Stupid. Green flag. Reddick in the lead right now, side by side behind him between Truex and McDowell. Alright, I'm gonna. Now we can get him back. Come on. Come on, radio. Oh my fuck, just work.
Now will grab the lead. Getting up to full speed.
Holy shit, they're pushing hard.
Now as they work their way into turns number 3 and 4 here on the restart. McDowell on the bottom side gets that kick from Brad Keselowski. Outside trying to hang tough. It's Tyler Reddick.
26 laps to go here at Talladega, side by side, front to rear, as they come back to the line. On the inside, Michael McDowell. To his outside, Tyler Reddick. Brad Keselowski right there. So is Martin Truex Jr.
Haven't heard a lot from Brad K here this afternoon, but we know how he loves this racetrack, and it loves him back. He is to the inside now, challenging down low for the number 2 position.
McDowell out in front by a fender. Keselowski now just trying to shove him out into the clean air so he can get a shot at the point. Can't do it though. Everybody in lock-tight formation. Now McDowell into the clean air and sole possession of the lead.
Squeezes out there by a car length advantage over Brad Keselowski. Keselowski gets a push from the back end from not only Noah Gragson but also Josh Berry. It's the 4th brigade on the bottom side.
It is hard racing there as Michael McDowell goes from the bottom to the top to put the block on. Comes right back downstairs to put the block on the bottom side again. McDowell doing a nice job there, showing the way as we check in back at the Care Center with Kim Kuhn.
Eric Jones was part of that crash. Big hit for you. We heard you say something about your back on the radio. Are you okay? And describe what happened.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm sore for sure. I think just really stretched out a lot of stuff that you don't really want to. So, be hurting probably tomorrow, but I'm all good. The 23 got us pretty sideways into 3, and, I just couldn't get
Oh, watch out, McDowell. Oh my gosh.
hit, but, we'll roll on. Unfortunately, in our day, trying to make a strategy work and had to really be aggressive, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out for us, but I'm all good and going from here.
Good to see Eric Jones walk away after that hard hit.
Thank you, Kim. 31 cars now remain on the lead lap. 24 laps to go. Michael McDowell is out front. Behind him, side by side, Tyler Reddick and Brad Keselowski.
Michael McDowell, the savvy veteran, he knows how to run up front on these super speedway races. He goes to the bottom to block one lane, goes to the top to block the other. Now right back down low in front of Keselowski.
Now he'll shift to the outside in front of Tyler Reddick. Now he'll come back down in front of Keselowski. Michael McDowell zigzagging his way down the Alabama Gang Superstretch.
Getting a hit in the back end caboose there going into the corner. That was Tyler Reddick from his teammate, actually his make teammate back there, and Martin Truex Jr. got a little squirrely. He regrouped, forces McDowell up top side.
Michael McDowell doing a master.
Come on, boys and girls, let's get the 400 people. Come on.
Going from the bottom to the top. For him, it's a good thing there's only 2 wide right behind him. Third.
By the way, continue to like up the stream. That way more people can join, because it gets recommended. You get the point.
That he has right now, very, very shortly. Kyle Busch takes.
And by the way, hit the damn subscribe button, please. Like, seriously, come on. Just hit it. It's right there.
Trying to work their way to the front as Michael McDowell continues in full block mode. Bottom to the middle. Now
He goes high.
Success so far.
He goes low.
McDowell at the point.
Bobbing and weaving back and forth. This time he slides up to that middle lane, that second lane up there.
Oh shit, he goes high again.
Back down across the nose of Keselowski.
Now he goes low. I mean, he's doing really good at blocking right now. Damn.
15, it was rolling towards the front. Not anymore. Corey LaJoie just has Daniel Hemrick back there. That's not going to work. Meanwhile, it's Michael McDowell out front and by himself.
Continuing to show the way, and they are 2 by 2 now behind him, all the way back through the tail end of that lead pack. Michael McDowell shows the way again to the super.
Now for second, Brad Keselowski, Tyler Reddick leaning on each other. Coming out of turn number 2 is Michael McDowell again. Begins his lane hopping adventure. He is in the middle. Now he's back to the bottom. Here comes Brad Keselowski trying to get them.
Oh, Brad gives him a push.
Michael McDowell, he now jumps out by 2 car lengths back to the side-by-side battle for second with Brad Keselowski, Tyler Reddick in there, also Martin Truex Jr. in there too.
With 21 laps to go in today's Geico 500.
I'm what you might call very good at hide and seek.
Shut up, kid.
Since we got Xfinity, we have Wi-Fi all over the house.
Shut up, I don't care.
Even in my super secret
Shut up.
spots. So I can kill time in here by streaming my favorite.
Ha! Found ya.
How?
I left to find my tablet on.
Get wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
It's Michael. Oh my gosh, Michael Waltrip with a leaf blower.
Told by the people who made that history.
President Reagan was there. He got us on the front page, and we got him in the sports page. It was a good trade-off from that standpoint.
Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcast The Road to Royalty. Jeff Gordon, a colorful career, 50 years of MRN, the 1993 season, Junior's Journey, and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
From Talladega Superspeedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
From the infield garages to the race shops, NASCAR
20 laps to go at Dega.
ticket to the latest news from the sport.
Well, we got them down, now we put our foot out. And that's the attitude you gotta have.
I don't think it's a move that can have any success at Martinsville. I still don't know why it worked.
Stay up to date with all of your favorite drivers all year long.
Get to the Final Four is what every driver in NASCAR's goals are.
NASCAR Hot Pass, weekday mornings from the Motor Racing Network.
We are the voice of NASCAR.
The green flag is in the air, and we are underway. The Great American Race.
The Motor Racing Network. NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Craftsman Truck Series Racing live on your hometown radio station and MRN or NASCAR.com. Martinsville, Talladega, the Chicago Street Course. We have the side-by-side action and last lap passes for the win.
Photo finishes. Ryan Blaney will win.
The voice of NASCAR, the Motor Racing Network.
Here comes Reddick. Side by side.
Michael McDowell's led the most laps so far today, 26. Jeff, he may not lead this one.
Boy, what a race we have, and it's winding down quickly. 18 to go, and Tyler Reddick is right there to the outside of Michael McDowell. Right behind Michael McDowell is six-time winner here, and that is Brad Keselowski.
2 by 2 inches apart through turns 1 and 2. McDowell has fought out every challenge since the
Just reached 400 people again, guys. Please make sure and like up the stream if you haven't already.
Michael McDowell, he is
and subscribe.
at the bottom of the racetrack because he's got Tyler Reddick to his right elbow. Each driver with equal drive.
That number will probably go back down. Now that I just said that.
On the outside, Fords on the bottom side. Michael McDowell leads the way. Tyler Reddick to his right elbow. Brad Keselowski right behind him. And then it's Martin Truex Jr. on the right side for that fourth spot.
They are side by side. Nobody is saving fuel now. They're tightly bunched right together on the bottom of the racetrack. 2 by 2 through the entire lead draft. Tyler Reddick by a nose will lead this lap, but Michael McDowell rallies back.
And you know it's only a matter of time till somebody back outside the top 10 says, the heck with this 2 by 2. There's a lot of open real estate.
But not for too long. Tyler Reddick will even him back up through the... has about 3/4 of a car length ahead of Martin Truex Jr.
Last lap, 191 miles an hour as they race back 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through the field. McDowell on the inside, Brad behind him. Then you've got Josh Berry right there, Noah Gregson. That's the inside lane, Dave.
They have lit the afterburners now. No saving fuel, no feathering the throttle. Mash the gas all the way through the firewall. Here they come, still 2 by 2. McDowell and Reddick.
all the way at the tail end of the field, there is a third lane brewing. Chris Buescher and Harrison Burton have stepped out of line. But the problem is, they're all the way at the back, and nobody is jumping up into their lane in front of them.
Everybody holding their cards close to their chest right now because Tyler Reddick has jumped out to the lead, but back inside, Michael McDowell gets a monster push this time from Brad Keselowski to shoot him back out on top.
And he will move to the outside, dirty up the air across the nose of Tyler Reddick's Toyota, come right back down to the bottom, do the same to Brad Keselowski. Michael McDowell doing a heck of a job. Dave, it's amazing what they do at nearly 200
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Reddick is coming in hot.
It's like he's conducting the orchestra right now. Up and down, left and right, doing exactly what it takes to keep the field behind him. One mistake, he'll be out of line and in 15th place.
Now he's back to lane hopping. He started at the bottom. He's going to jump up in front of Tyler Reddick and shut that lane down. And as the inside lane approaches, Michael McDowell will ease back and cap off that inside line.
Setting sun back in the west, casting a shadow in turn number 4. McDowell.
Again, guys, if you haven't already, please make sure and like up the stream. And if you are new here, please make sure and subscribe. I will be streaming next weekend's race. I've been doing it the whole season.
Crew Chief Todd Gordon worked with Joey. If you're on the box right now, do you want your driver to pull out a line and start forming up that third lane?
I think here in a few laps, you're going to start to see that. I think you look at it, you've got Austin.
McDowell setting himself up, man. He's going to get freaking wrecked.
I could see the Fords.
I see it happening.
Lane, inside of 10 to go.
With 10th on back, we're going to find out right now, Mike Bagley, who wants to win this race. Somebody's going to have to go.
Somebody's going to have to jump out of line, but right now is...
Oh, Reddick.
The time for Michael McDowell is to do another lane change. He threw the block on...
Oh, here comes Reddick.
Zigzagging his way through this time. He zagged down to the bottom.
Here comes the Jordan car.
He's going to go to the hands of Tyler Reddick. He's going to slide up there, cut off that. Matter of fact, even up.
McDowell trying to hold on and fight.
Is at the start-finish line, 13 laps to go.
New leader, Reddick.
Michael McDowell move Reddick to the point. Here comes Truex. Here comes Ty Gibbs. That outside lane is rolling.
The log jam has finally broken in favor of Reddick, but don't put it in the bank yet. Back comes Michael McDowell. He will flex some muscle. He goes back to the lead at the exit.
Oh, shit. McDowell back to... What the hell?
That bright yellow Ford to the bottom of the racetrack with sole possession of the lead. The question is, can he keep it? No. Here comes Reddick back to the top.
Reddick getting a push.
He will give McDowell a pop and keep him at the point.
It's like a heavyweight battle back and forth here. McDowell will go to the front this time.
McDowell's still holding it, though.
Separation back to that side-by-side battle for second. Further back, Chris Buescher trying to make that third lane work.
He is, and he's trying to get somebody to go with him, but right now he doesn't have a whole lot of help on that outside lane. They're going to be stuck all the way at the tail end of this one. McDowell continues to show the way. We're down to 12 laps to go.
Chris Buescher just waving those pom-poms.
Oh, my gosh.
Trying to cheerlead somebody into going to that third lane with him. Nobody takes the bait. He'll drop back in line as Michael McDowell leads them again to the back stretch.
So the entire field is back to double-wide formation. Michael McDowell continues to be the maestro up front. He is in the outside lane.
Oh, here comes a push.
Trying to get a push this time from Martin Truex Jr., who falls back a little bit. He's got Ty Gibbs behind him. That allows McDowell to get away. One car length back to that side-by-side battle for second.
One by one, the crowd here at the Talladega Super Speedway.
Again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure and like up the stream. Subscribe, too, if you haven't. Oh, man, here we go. Well, McDowell's got a pretty decent lead now. Brad Keselowski did not block. So now the 45's starting to come back. McDowell goes high. He's blocking the high lane. Now he goes low. Here we go. Reddick's going to try again here.
Now from Michael McDowell, nose to nose, they are door to door off four.
With 10 laps to go this time.
10 to go, guys. 10 to go.
Back into the tri-oval. Ford Motor Company still looking for their first win this season. They've got a blue oval, the Mustang Dark Horse at the front of the field, and Michael McDowell. But here comes the Toyota of Reddick.
Reddick to the outside. He's clear of McDowell if he wants to slide down. He doesn't do it. Back comes McDowell. He'll go back to the bottom. He pulls back ahead.
Seesaw battle for the lead to the back straightaway. First is McDowell.
Dude, McDowell's putting on a fight. Holy crap.
Halfway down the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Reddick with a fender on in front. But here goes McDowell back to the inside.
He is like on rails down at the bottom part.
Dude, McDowell's putting on a battle. Holy crap. Him and Keselowski.
Down on the bottom side. Give the advantage to McDowell off turn 4.
When does that third lane open up, or will it? Before we get to the end of the race, we're down to 9 to go. They stay double file.
Going to the tri-oval, coming to the line. 9 laps to go here at Dega.
You will never see a better display.
Oh, geez, that was a scary block.
The front of the pack between Michael
Oh, this is where people start making moves. This is going to get scary.
Two have cleared the outside line, but they stay committed to the lane at the bottom of the racetrack. Tyler Reddick and Martin Truex Jr., they're trying to regain lost ground. McDowell will jump back up top and throw the block.
Throws the block up.
Oh, my gosh.
Trying to stay right there with him. McDowell, though, able to keep the advantage.
Dude, McDowell he's got balls, dude, for doing this. Holy crap.
Further back towards the end of this double wide. Here come 3 cars now, busting out of line to go to the outside to make it a third lane. Can they begin to make some progress?
Oh my gosh.
Chris Buescher and Harrison.
Dude, they're going to have to do something. 8 laps to go, dude. You got to do something. You got to do something.
He'll sneak out by about a car length. Keselowski now to the inside of Reddick, trying to decide that one. If one of them can get the spot, they can go after McDowell.
McDowell goes up in front of Reddick again. What Alex just described at the tail end of the field with Ryan Preece and company, they cannot get it to work. Nobody goes with them. McDowell and company.
McDowell's out.
Don't worry, guys. We're back. We're back. We're back. Don't worry.
To the bottom, taking over whatever momentum starts to build behind him. McDowell with a car length advantage.
Looking for career win number 3 right here at Talladega is indeed Michael McDowell. He is out front. He controls the race from the bottom to the middle. Back to the bottom he goes. Over the nose of Brad Keselowski.
Coming to the line. 7 laps to go here at Dega.
McDowell has been mistake-free since the final restart, but there's still a long way to go before he gets home. They're trying to organize a third lane back in the rear of the field, but at the front...
Oh my gosh, dude, this is getting bad. This is getting bad. This is getting bad. Here comes Reddick. Wait, I thought he... Damn it. What the fuck? Come on, guys. Shit, do something. Make something happen. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Looking like a fucking monkey fucking a football. Come on.
That gives 5 cars now on that third lane. It's about strength.
Come on, guys. Let's do something. Make something happen. Come on.
They still have a lot of real estate to make up, however, as McDowell at the front of the field continues.
6 laps to go.
Brad Keselowski has been a perfect manufacturer teammate so far to Michael McDowell. There's going to come a time where that cooperation comes to an end. For the moment, it's still McDowell leading the way.
Sole possession of the lead. That allows
Dude, Michael McDowell actually, like, for real though, this is the best I've seen him race here, like, ever.
in the middle of the racetrack. McDowell slides back to
Oh, here comes Reddick. Come on, Reddick. Do something, somebody. We got to make this a little exciting. Come on.
Front 4 rows there. Here comes that third lane up to 10th.
Third lane? Oh, shit. Are people trying to start forming? Oh, no. Bruh, Chase Elliott's really trying to form a third lane. That shit ain't going to work, dude. Sorry. Yeah, good luck. Dude, again, Keselowski with a good push. Oh my gosh, dude, this is getting bad. This is getting bad. Oh, here comes an outside lane. Oh. Holy shit. SVG, there's no way. There's no way.
Nose to nose through the shadows of turn number 4.
The third lane's actually starting to work. Maybe. It might just work, maybe.
Making some hay. They're up now to about the 15th position.
Here we go, coming to the line. 4 laps to go here at Talladega. Again, a good push by Keselowski. Holy crap. Now McDowell up in front. That third lane up there is still trying to form. Trying to make something happen here. Dude, McDowell, if you win this, you're actually a goat. You're actually a goat at this. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Reddick. Dude, that outside lane. Oh my God! SVG, there's no way. Dude. Nah, I don't believe that, dude. There's no way. Kyle Busch, former winner here from last year. Can he make something happen, maybe? Side by side, Reddick and McDowell still. 3 laps to go. Oh no, the radio. What the fuck? Why would you?
To summon up some horsepower, but they're not quite there yet. For
Oh my God, now the radio's not working? What the fuck? Why? Why with 3 laps to go? Why?
Continue to run door to door now. McDowell on the inside. Reddick on the outside. Inches apart off
No, fuck. Fuck that. No, we're gonna have good radio. Fuck that. No. Now, you know what? At this point, I don't even care. The commentating's coming down to me. I gotta see what happens here. We're going full-blown just me now. Because you know how I am with the final lap reaction videos. If you've been a channel fan of mine forever. All right, here we go. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Side-by-side battle for the lead. McDowell gets a good push from Keselowski. Now he's out in front. Will anyone get a good push here? Reddick still there in the high lane. McDowell has been blocking just about this whole entire time. He's been doing really good. Reddick now getting a good push. But again, Keselowski also giving McDowell another good push. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Coming into 4, now coming out of turn number 4. They got the caution light showing just in case something happens. Here we go. Coming through the tri-oval. Side by side still. Reddick and McDowell. Here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go here at Talladega. Oh, they're bumping and banging, going in 1 and 2 for the final time. I have no idea. Oh, that's John Hunter Nemechek. He's the lap car. All right. Coming out of turn number 2. Now, coming down the backstretch. Still side by side. Is anybody going to make a move here? Keselowski. Oh, my gosh, dude. Keselowski, dude. He is... Dude, wow. What a push. What a push. Wow. Is he going to make a move here? Will anything happen? McDowell's still in the lead. Coming out of 4. Now he's got to make it back to the line. Keselowski trying to make a move. McDowell. Oh, he gets wrecked. Oh, my gosh. Keselowski just choked. Are you kidding me? Reddick won that. Wow. 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 Michael Jordan is proud. What the hell? What? That was like anticlimactic, but also like kind of amazing. I don't know. I'm speechless. I knew something was going to happen to McDowell. I knew it. I knew it. Him and Keselowski just decided to choke. Oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew it. Was there a flip? I didn't see one. Dude, he is pissed. Look at him. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, McDowell, I feel your pain, but dude, what do you expect? It's Talladega. Oh, holy crap. The jump man, Tyler Reddick in the Jordan car once again wins. And this time it'll be at Talladega. Wow. Unbelievable. Beautiful car, by the way. Yeah, I'm a big old Michael Jordan fan, so I mean, this fits perfectly. I like this. Wow. Holy crap. That was insane. Okay, we got to see this. We got to see this replay again. Get a little review with this. So McDowell gets a good push from Keselowski for like the millionth time. Now coming out of 4, Keselowski, knowing him, he's going to try doing something. He goes high. McDowell gets a good block. Goes up a little bit too high, though. Then Keselowski goes back low. McDowell, he loses control after doing that. Takes himself up into the wall. Reddick, just being smart, you know, he just... Yeah, he just went around it and just got the win. Oh, shit, the 4 car. Yo, Josh Berry kind of... I don't know if they'll show another angle of that, but Josh Berry... Oh, my... Jordan's there! There's no way! The GOAT! The GOAT's there! You're kidding me! No way the GOAT's there! Oh, my God! The one race he comes to! Wow! No freaking way he's actually there! Dude. Michael Jordan's there. I didn't even know that. What the fuck? They haven't shown him all day until then. What the hell? Hell yeah, dude. Okay, you know, I take it all back. This is a good one. All right, I'm getting off here, guys. Thank y'all so much. See you. Have a good afternoon and night. Jeez, well, Joy flipped. Where was he at? Bro, I didn't see it. All I saw was the 4 of Josh Berry getting dug up underneath. Like someone fucking got underneath the 4 car. No, okay, you know, I'm going to keep live streaming it because I'm like unsure now. What? There was a flip where? Flip where? Flip where? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Man, okay, y'all are just trying to play with me. I'm going to get off here. See you guys. If I do see a flip, I'll just post on Instagram or something. I don't know. See you guys. Stay safe. Have a good night. Bye-bye.